to friends and friends' parents. It's everywhere.
You can't keep them out of it.
Right. Well, you drug test if you want to, but I mean, you can't do that forever.
Look, it gets to a point where you have to teach them management.
No, in fact, that's exactly what her counselor told me. I said, you know, I'll drug test her every couple of weeks or whatever. And they're like, well, okay, that's fine, but that's that's probably ultimately not the way to go.
Teach management and say, look, you're in control of your life, but now let's be logical. You're not going to smoke before work.
Exactly, or during work.
You know, let's be honest.
Or on the weekends, or during the day, or any day that ends with day.
You know what?
That's not
Monday,
here's the
Tuesday.
deal.
I'm serious, man. And here's the deal. I hate marijuana. I just hate it. It's nothing more.
I'll take a hit occasionally if I got a beer buzz.
I
that's
hate
it.
it. I don't like the feeling. I almost wish that I liked it because I hear it's really good for pain and stuff. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, the stuff for pain I don't think gets you high, does
Well,
it?
no, I'm not talking about the oils. I'm talking about smoke. I just hate it. I mean,
I find it amazing they give it to those kids. Some kids have like 1,000 of these
but I hated it when I was young.
things a week. What are those called where they kind of freak out?
Seizures.
Seizures.
Yeah.
They give them this special kind
that's
of dope.
wonderful.
It's amazing, actually.
No, it's wonderful is what it is. You're talking about
The cannabinoids.
it's supposed to help
CBDs?
I wonder if it works with, there's probably a million things it works with. We're just getting to the point because now it's legal that they're doing stuff.
Right. And there's not a lot of high-powered studies because
They weren't allowed.
no, because the drug companies aren't going to make a lot of money off of it
Oh,
because it's free.
yeah. No, I see what you're
So
saying.
who's going to do the stuff?
Well, Timothy Leary said acid was good for you.
Icon, yay!
Timothy Leary's dead, though.
I don't know. He must be dead, right?
But song says he's dead.
Hey, I was thinking, who came first? Seriously, Greg. Don't you think the Monkees are better than the Beatles, no matter how you look at it?
No. So something was worked out with Icon. I don't know what it was. They said
Monkees, the real
they
Monkees.
gave you you work on that.
Are they live?
No, they just said iCure yesterday.
I don't see it live on here. The other one I think is way better is the Beach Boys. Beach Boys are fantastic compared to
These ones are really outrageous.
Eagles.
compared to the Beatles, though.
Right.
Beatles, Beach Boys. Beatles, Monkees.
Technically, I think the Beach Boys
Oh, they
probably were better.
They had a double album. I remember when I was like
all
5.
things considered, the Beatles are the greatest group, and I know he tries to get my goat, but they are the greatest group.
No, they're not musically. They created the biggest brand ever. I'll give you that, but I can't say musically. Yellow Submarine.
No, well, that of course not, Mark. That doesn't represent.
To me, that defines the Beatles.
Oh, it does not. I mean, the Beatles. I'm talking about.
Nobody takes credit for that song.
No, I know who wrote it.
No one's redone it.
It's the only song that's never been re-sung ever. What does it even mean? We all live on a yellow submarine. What the hell was it? Was it dope? I mean, what was it?
I don't know. What's the word? One of the. I hate that song and their entire White Album. I mean,
Didn't the White Album kill it though? It crushed.
But there are certain things I hate about the Beatles. There's certain a certain segment. But I love them. See, when I say musically, Mark, I'm not talking about that band playing more complicated than, let's say.
No, I know what you're
I
saying.
mean, there are some really.
They created a wave.
But
I
the
get it.
music talent, like the writing, Lennon and McCartney are some of the most prolific composers. Next to what is it, Leonard? What is it, Bernstein? What is the group? The songwriting pair. They're next to them in what they wrote, where orchestras played and everything. Their musical talent. It's amazing what Lennon and McCartney have written.
It seems so simplistic as far as the actual music.
Did you know, as an experiment, they wrote songs for another group to see what would happen, and those songs went to the top.
Really?
It was an experiment. Badfinger, and they sound just like them.
Yeah.
Look up Badfinger. I will always be with you, or no matter what you want. And you listen.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter. Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your consumer advocate.
We've been here on the air nearly 40 years, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, live all over the place, all right? And our flagship is here in Denver, so I'm glad you're listening. Facebook and YouTube, you can find us too. Referralist.com is our base where we refer people. So it's help information and referrals. This hour brought to you by Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. People advertise on this show for one reason, and that is they want to reach consumers who care. That means they're under a looking glass and really magnified, under a magnifying glass, I should say, and in a looking glass where they have to take stock in what they do. And I want feedback from you. This is the good part. If you use Home Advisor or Angie's List or any other place, you don't have somewhere to call and bitch about it. You can call me. So I am providing you with good people. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair has a deal that I love, $119 transmission service. They drop the pan, change the fluid, change the filter, check everything, make adjustments, all for just $119. That is a screaming deal. Why are they doing it? Well, they're hoping that the people they check will come back to them for anything transmission related, or if they find a problem, you'll have them fix it. There's no secret there. It's called a loss leader. Take advantage of it. They're not going to lie to you ever. Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair, 119 Transmission Service. They're on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth, okay? 303-781-9858. 303-781-9858. And look for Budget A1 on my referral list, referralist.com. Let's go to the phones. Right now, we have the team ready to go. So I'm trying to figure out who I start with. The one who called first, Rochelle. Rochelle has a broken dishwasher. What's going on, Rochelle?
Yeah, hi.
What's happening with you?
So we bought a condo in Denver.
Yeah.
We moved here from Boulder.
From Boulder. Did you have a home in Boulder?
Yes, we did.
How did you find a transition from a home to a condo? I'm curious.
Oh, well, it's fine. I mean, it's all very new. But,
yeah. And so the dishwasher broke or was not working?
No, the dishwasher was never working.
Okay.
And so when I moved in, and I did the move with that, my husband was working out of the country, so I was doing this alone. I moved in, and a few days...
When did you move in, dear? When did you move in?
It was July 29th was the move day.
Okay, so dishwasher not working. So what can we...
June 29th.
June 29th. Right. Gotcha. All right.
So a few days after the move, I tried the dishwasher and it wasn't working. And so I...
By the way, did you have the place inspected? I'm just curious. Cause
it was inspected, and I'm in the process of... I've notified the inspector that the dishwasher was never working.
They should have caught that. So anyway, let's speed forward to the part where you paid some money to who?
Right. So I called a company that advertised that they would come out right away. And
what company is that? What company is that?
Action Appliance.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I called Action Appliance.
Mark, isn't that the one where they were really nasty and rude? Did we once have a relationship with them and something went wrong? I know that.
I don't know why it sounds so familiar to me either.
Mark, I think we called them a few times, and the lady who answered was just belligerent.
I wonder if that's the one that threw something at me when I went to serve them.
I think it was. We tried to...
Was that Action? She threw that box at me.
Here's the bottom line. You paid... What I want to know is they came out. We don't have to have every detail, but you paid them $1,600?
No, they came out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't home. The doorman let them in.
Yeah.
And I called them later from work to say, did you come out? I hadn't heard anything. And they said yes, that they needed $1,650 for a part. That it was a very expensive dishwasher, and that they needed $1,650, and not knowing that was ridiculous,
I'm sorry to interrupt. These guys are scumbags, in my opinion.
Right.
That is exactly who they are.
Listen. Just in the interest of time, Rochelle, you paid them in what form?
A credit card.
That's good news. That is great news, because we have some rights under credit cards. And did they ever do anything for the money?
No, well, they came. They said they ordered the part. I had to keep calling them. Finally, they said they got the part in. They sent someone else out.
This is like deja vu. That's basically what they did to that last one. Now, as soon as they got served and sued, guess what? They gave up the refund. But you got to just contest it on the credit card. Tom nailed it.
But I want to hear, though, if they did nothing, I want to know, did they come back after the $1,600 payment?
They came out, and then they would never notify me. And my doorman would say, yes, they were here today, and I'd call them, and they said, yes, so-and-so was, one of our technicians was out, it's done. So I came home from work.
And it's not working. It doesn't work.
So then they sent someone else out.
But what did they say the $1,650 was for? Because you can damn near buy a brand new one. So what was the $1,650 for?
The $1,650, according to intake, what did they say?
Just what was it for, dear? That's all I need.
They won't. Oh, this is the other thing. They won't itemize it. They refuse to.
But did you realize you could buy a new one for that?
Yeah, I know that.
Well, why did you? Then why did you pay $1,650?
Because I didn't know that, and I was doing this move on my own, and my husband was out of the country, and I never deal with things. I'm a doctor. I don't deal with dishwashers.
When is the last time you heard from Action?
Okay, so they came out last.
Oh God! I just need to know last Friday. Okay.
I think Friday. No, they came out last week at one point.
All right.
And they said, listen to this. They said they wanted they needed another part, and they wanted $400.
Oh, come on! They want $400 more. That'll be $2,000. Is that? Listen, Rochelle. In the interest of time, and I know you're a doctor and you're very detailed, but we don't need all of the detail. So the bottom line is, you have paid a total of $1,650, and they have not fixed it. Does that summarize it? And do they claim that you need to pay another $400 to get it working?
I refuse to
these
pay
guys,
$400.
I'm telling you, Tom, they suck. I remember these
and when you refused, what did they say?
Well, then he called someone at the office, and they said, well, we'll split it with you. And I said, no. I'm not paying any more money. I already paid $1,650.
I would contest it, as Mark said, on the credit card, and I would just say nothing for services. You contest that $1,650. I swear to you, Rochelle, we're going to call them as well, but I think you need to contest that charge. Now, doctor, if you can hang on. What's that?
Do I call my credit card?
Yes. Now, you can do it online.
What company do you have?
Who issued your credit card?
It's Visa through Chase Bank.
Oh, wonderful. Chase has an online interface. First of all, you got to register it. If you've never been online, you get an online account, you can do it online. They're very good at contesting charges. Don't give a lot of detail. Here's what you say. You paid $1,650 as a deposit for a repair and got no repairs. Period. No repairs. That's it, Rochelle. We're going to call them as well.
Yeah,
now,
don't get any into details.
Here's the problem. If we call them, they're not going to say anything.
She's trying to get those scoundrels on right now.
Daphne, I want you to try your best, but Action Appliance, I have to tell people to avoid them. In my opinion, you avoid these people.
They assaulted me.
Well, not Mark. They suck.
I've been there. I know they suck.
In fact, Action Appliance is going on the... Why do I keep saying Sleaze Brigade and I don't do it? Because I got to update that Sleaze Brigade. It is a form of safety for people. Sleaze Brigade. SleazeBrigade.com. Now, what about Jorge? He cleaned windows and the client won't pay. Oh, I helped somebody. You believe it or not, you can do that. Jorge?
Hey, yes, good morning, Tom.
What's going on? You cleaned windows for who?
His name is Seek.
Is it a private residence?
Yes, it's a private residence.
And where is it located in town? Like where?
Woodridge, Colorado.
And why won't he pay?
I don't know. He doesn't answer his phone.
How much is it?
It's $1,500, but now I went to put a claim at the...
Yeah, you put a lien on it. Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm gonna...
Did you do a notice to... You got to give an intent to lien.
10-day notice,
Hold on. We're going to get Action Appliance on the air, I think, are we? Right after this, okay? Hang on there because I think we can. Ideal Home Loans, for your next Ideal Home Loan, if you're looking to protect yourself, when you go to Ideal, you get an interest rate guarantee. So if rates go down, they'll refinance you free of all lender fees. That's Ideal Home Loans. They also have the pick your own term loan and credit optimization. So if you want the lower rate, you don't want to go back to 30 years, you can pick any term you want. And credit optimization means even after you're approved, they look to give you a higher score legally, ethically, and quickly by instructing you. They know the algorithms. They might say, hey, if you pay $40 down on this one card, or you pay this one off, or you do this or that, we can get you better points, which means a better FICO, which means a lower interest. They really have saved people hundreds of dollars a month. 303-867-7000. Also, you can get rid of private mortgage insurance if your home went up in value. That could be $200 or $300 a month savings. 303-867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com.
They assaulted me.
Most expensive dishwasher I could find online was $13.99.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some Viking shit.
Yeah, but ask.
$4,000 one.
Actually, you guys are right. Our new one from Italy was only $8.99.
What brand dishwasher do you have?
That's what I was going to ask.
Miele. Okay, yes, that's a high end. Hold on a
How
second.
much?
She has a Miele. Look up Miele. M-E-L-E.
Yeah, that's nice shit.
She's a doctor.
Made in Italy.
She's been overcharging other people.
How much?
She's a doctor of love, baby.
Okay, Miele. Look top of the line Miele.
$900.
Mark, I am so pissed at this.
Keep looking at another one. There must be nicer ones than that one. M-I-E-L-E.
These for a doctor. She's not.
$8.99, $7.99. There's one, $2,100. So 2,100's no. There's 2,800. Jeez, what does that thing do for
I got the
2,800
manager
bucks?
up, so he's on. He's studying right now. He goes, well, that's not a lot of time to read up on all of this.
Who?
The manager.
Well, tell him.
I said, here it is in a nutshell.
See,
Here's
they're-
what
We'd
she's
be
saying.
happy to.
We
give
just
him
want to get
time.
your
That thing
side.
better,
Possibly.
that thing better blow me
It says
for
Miele's
3,800.
It's not like
are
hamburgers and
designed to last 20 years. That's a long time for a dishwasher.
Are they warranted for 20 years?
Probably not. Look at that, 3,800 bucks for a dishwasher, though.
It says they
But
will.
they make them down at 800 too.
Yeah. It says they do have better features.
Again, if I want to get the list of colors up on here.
Oh yeah, yeah. So go to right there, that X right there. Oh, here we go. So log in. KHOW. No, all small. And on both lines, and then on right. Okay. And then hit call tracks right there, that phone. So you can, thanks. Yeah.
It truly is a custom loan. You choose the term based on your budget, and they'll find the most competitive interest rate. It's your mortgage, your way. Plus, with a fixed rate, no matter where interest rates go, your
mortgage,
monthly payment
your way.
increase. It just takes one call to their salary-based mortgage consultant. They'll guide you through options and will customize the right program to achieve your financial goals. They may even be able to get you closed in as fast as 10 days. So get started now. 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
Any interesting trips lately?
No, I have been haven't flown a whole lot since I got back. So I took June off for the baby, and then in
Can we
July.
leave?
I mean, it was just an agreement between me and my boss. But July I only took two-day trips. But I just got back from a 4-day trip.
When was the last time you flew in just a fun little plane? A little plane? Just for
A
fun.
couple years ago. I went to get checked out.
Do you think you could land them? Yeah, I know you can land it. But
I can land them, but it's just...
I don't mean land them. I mean, do you think you could grease it on?
No. No, it was actually, I went out with a friend of mine who's a flight instructor, and it's kind of embarrassing because I couldn't fly the thing well,
You know, I only make bad landings when I brag about it.
Right.
You know, and then I go and.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at
In the jet, it's funny because it goes in streaks. Like you'll have 10 or 15 landings in a row that are just greasers, and then you'll have 5 or 6 that you just can't get it right. We've got trailing link on jet still.
Yeah, trailing link is always better.
Yeah, I mean, the passengers, like, a passenger wouldn't know the difference between a good landing and a bad landing in our plane.
Especially at trailing link, well, they're hydraulics, of course, in yours. I have on my little air coupe hydraulic trailing. It's the most amazing overbuilt airplane. You know, they couldn't afford to make planes like that. They, you know, spring gears. But I mean, the landing gear on this thing is so awesome.
Did you get that that other plane that you're talking about? It was like light sport?
Little sport.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Century RV for your RV, your used RV is the biggest Cougar dealer around. And if you're looking for a used RV, of course, Century RV is the place. But they also have new ones. Now, 2 locations on 6th Avenue, or it's just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims. That's in Lakewood, okay? Next to Woodley's. Up north at the 119 turnoff and I-25. Highway 119 goes along that. They're there at I-25 and 119. Cougars. I mean, this fifth wheel blowout is the biggest in the nation. And they're selling them truly at below cost. But they have great deals and they have a service department, which is very important. CentryRV.com, or look for them on my referral list at referrallist.com, 303-453-1111. Let's keep going here. I am so happy when a business is willing to come on and talk about stuff. I really am. And they deserve respect when they do that. Now, we've had problems before with Action Appliance for whatever reason. We haven't had good luck. I love that John wants to talk. He's the manager, because this is a very simple problem. And, John, it really can be boiled down very simply. And if you need to research this, it'll be fine with us. But Rochelle says in her condo, there's a dishwasher that wasn't working, and you guys came out, and basically it was in June or July, and you came out and she paid $1,650. Now, this was a Miele dishwasher, brand new. They're about $1,000. So for the life of me, I can't understand the $1,650. Now, according to her, the guys didn't do anything, and then she had to keep hounding you guys, and then you came back and said it'll be another $400. So that would make a total of, like, you know, of $2,000 in repair costs. And that's all we heard. So now we just need to know if you've heard of this before and if you can address it. Yeah. Well, do you want us to give you a little more time? That would be fine. Sure. Yeah. But wouldn't it be wise to advise her to get a new one? If a new one's $1,000 to $1,200 new installed, and she paid $1,650, I mean, I don't know. If you've got well, Rochelle, I understand that, but you also did authorize them and pay them the money. But truly, you can buy a new one, less than that. But okay, so let's move on then. If it's fixed, they said they did a repair that did not work. So was there more than one thing wrong with it, John? So right now, does it still need?
Why don't you refund her money? Well, if they misdiagnosed it and it's not even worth where the value's going.
He didn't say he misdiagnosed. He said there are multiple problems. He's saying what they did, it needed.
Yeah, refund her the money. That's the right thing to do.
Well, here's the deal. I don't know what your policy is on that, John. What's going on? Well, listen to this, John. If truly, honest to God now, if truly you have a satisfaction guaranteed, and you really live behind that, then I couldn't say a bad word. Honest to goodness.
Hats off, John. Are you new down there?
If he truly does it, what? Are you new, John? No. Have you been around a while? Okay.
Something has happened because we had a rash of complaints. Now, granted, well over a year ago, but your attitude, everything is wonderful in this call. I mean, why is the culture different? Is ownership
or
different?
Maybe it's not different. Maybe we just got someone on a bad day. We got
that. That's possible. Yeah, okay. Maybe they had some bad tax.
Listen, Now listen, John, go.
Okay, fair enough, but he's saying satisfaction guarantee. Let's not beat him up.
Here's the deal. I want to leave well enough alone. If we can get you a refund, Rochelle, he credits that credit card. I can say nothing wrong. If he has satisfaction guarantee, we're going to hold him at his word, Rochelle. And I suggest.
And you need to buy a new dishwasher. You're kind of insane spending that much money in the first place.
That money, when you get the refund, get a brand new one. And we can help you there too. But here's the deal, okay? You call John, 303-366-1950. Her name is Rochelle, John. And
thanks, John.
Dak, make sure she gets that connection. Thank you. And Suzanne will be back this week or next week?
Tomorrow. You know, they've come a far, far way from throwing boxes at me while I'm serving them to a satisfaction guarantee. It's amazing.
Listen, if John comes through on this, then I can say nothing wrong. Now, Jorge is trying to get paid. Now, he said it's $1,500, did you say, Jorge? Okay. Yeah. Wash windows. So when you when you clean the windows, he wasn't around or anything, and he won't pay. Has he said a word to you?
Daphne, I want
at all?
This guy on the referral list. Let's get his number.
Wash your house.
Okay. All right. So how long ago? All right. Did you send an intent to lien? That's what you need to do. Now listen, I would suggest you get an attorney to handle it from beginning to end, and they'll add their fees to it, and it won't cost you anything. And I'm telling you, I helped a woman one time start a foreclosure on a commercial building. They could not believe it. They were so pissed off. But this woman said, oh, I'll lien, nothing will ever happen. People, you don't understand the power of a lien if you truly go to perfect it. This guy might be a big shot thinking he can ignore you. Let me guess, is this a big shot in a big house? Oh, he owns, did you say celebrity? Tattoos? Celebrity tattoos and piercings. Okay.
Does he have a neck tattoo?
Why, Mark? Why?
Just curious.
Mark does not like neck tattoos.
It's not a point I don't like.
He has a theory that if you deal with someone with a neck tattoo,
not true.
You're going to be ripped off.
I'm going to be looking both ways leaving for people with neck tattoos.
Jorge, what's his name?
Hey, Tom, one thing on this, he doesn't have a contract.
Yeah, but he still did the work.
Right. Do you think the guy will deny it?
Well, that's the biggest thing. He won't get
Someone trespassed and cleaned all my windows. Did you clean him inside? He's gonna break an entry and cleaning. Is that the charge?
He already got him for trespassing when he tried to collect.
Really?
Yeah. He called the cops on him, on Jorge.
What kind of a clown does this? Will he deny he authorized this? What's his name? Zeke.
He's got a pretty big place down in Lakewood, man. Zeke, it looks like the real deal.
What's Zeke's last name? Tassartree? Oh.
He does have a neck tattoo.
Okay, Tassartree. Okay, listen.
He has a neck tattoo. Right?
Zeke Tassartree at Celebrity Tattoos and Piercings.
He has a neck tattoo.
Does he?
Yes. If that's him on the picture, yes, absolutely.
Well, it may not be him. Here's the deal. let's just get his side of the story. This sounds weird to me. It just sounds weird. Let's hold judgment on this one. Daphne, call over there to Celebrity Tattoos and Piercings. See what we can do for the little guy. 303-713-TALK. Listen, man.
It is kind of odd he just flat out won't pay.
That's what I don't understand.
And then has him arrested or calls the cops on him.
He called the cops and he almost got arrested and stuff, but
wow.
They didn't give him a ticket.
John needs a computer specialist. Join the club. We have been, look at, on the referral list, we're proud of having good people. We used to have John Hogan. He sold his business to a bunch of clowns. Do not use him. But here's the deal. We're looking, and we found a place that looks pretty good. Yes or no, Mark?
We have a couple
that we're looking at
calls into,
and we're doing some checking on.
We got a background check. We've got some issues.
But what do you need done, John?
They say,
a long time.
The caller says he cleaned the guy's windows at his house. And
so what's going on?
I have a big dramatic case, but I am on a tight deadline.
Okay.
My Toshiba pad just went dead.
Oh.
And I need to know.
They're very hard to work on, the laptops and those things. So it went dead, and what do you need? You have a lot of data on it?
No, I just need to keep working on it. I need to either have the, some place that doesn't rip you off, or maybe you would recommend just buying a mouse.
What do you mean? Is it the trackpad that stopped working?
No, it's just a little arrow on the machine, that you...
No, I understand. So is the whole trackpad, is it a laptop or is it a pad?
Yeah. It's a pad.
It doesn't have a keyboard?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's a laptop. It has a keyboard on it.
Okay, how old is it?
About 4 years. It's a good machine.
Okay. Now, you said it's not working. Is it dead? You can't see it?
No. It'll come up, but then it's never done this. It just disappears.
The screen or the mouse?
The mouse. The little, the mouse.
The pointer. The pointer.
Yeah, the pointer, exactly.
Where are you located?
Right downtown in Denver.
This seems like a minor thing, even though you may not think so. And
Could just be the driver.
We're going to dig out. We're going to dig out the numbers of those guys we've been talking to, because no matter what, they've been around a while. They're not bad guys, and we're going to try to make a hookup for you. Hold on, John. All right, hold on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Yes, we try to help people with everything we do, and I help people by referring people, like to Crackerjack Mud Jacking. Remember the name Crackerjack. If you have any concrete at all that's sinking or cracked, or you're not sure what's going on with it, but it's just not normal, like maybe the seams are heaving, it's usually due to a void underneath. The soils have settled. Concrete in itself is great, but underneath, things go wrong. And Crackerjack Mud Jacking, they're specialists at fixing this concrete. Now, you don't really have to know how they do it, but it's way better than any other system. They take a mix, and they call it mud, of concrete and soils, and it stays forever. They fill in those voids. They can even lift concrete and adjust concrete and fix cracks even in the smallest places, like basements and patios, because they have a pump. Now listen, more than 20,000 jobs completed. Please pass this name around. Colorado experts, neighbors, natives, owners, Crackerjack Mud Jacking, here to stay. CrackerjackMudjacking.com, 303-410-7787. Any concrete repairs, 303-410-7787. They can even lift patios and things like that. 303-410-7787, Crackerjack Mud Jacking.
So the lean better than small claims court, or
wait,
really? Okay.
It'll get their attention now, because once you get the lien, which requires no documentation, only for the foreclosure does it require documentation. documentation, so you immediately have a lien. Now when you go to perfect it, you literally do a foreclosure. You foreclose on the house.
Well, you have a court case.
No, you can. Here's the other thing. We both have said that a million times, but you can almost force an auction as well.
That's a foreclosure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you don't necessarily have to have the cash.
No. You foreclose, and then it goes to auction.
That's right.
If they are that stupid and let it go to auction, yeah. Now, you may not ever be able to bid on the house and get your money, but you can force a sale. And if someone wants that damn house and they bid on it, they get it, and you get the money.
Yeah, at that point they'll generally pay you because they don't want to be kicked out of their house. They realize,
and sometimes the mortgage, they get pissed
off. But they do have the day of court, though, right? Because the guy can.
You have to give the 10-day notice, then you have to lien them within 120 days.
Right.
Then you have to sue them
within 6 months.
And win within 6 months. That's right.
If you don't, the lien technically drops off, but I have seen people renew them.
And you can always turn around, if that happens and they don't win in court, you can turn around and sue them if they keep trying to do that lien.
Yeah, that's right. You can also, that's a quiet title action. You sue to get a clear title. Another thing people don't realize is the lien is just a tool to collect. If they win and the lien does not get perfected, you can still sue them for the debt. You know, just like with a credit card, if someone wins a credit card dispute, that doesn't mean they don't owe the money. It just means the credit card's not going to pay. But we have had clients, people, that have won the credit card dispute, and the creditor goes after them anyway. Because they say, sure, the credit card dispute, that's not a court case. That's just a credit card. We still think you owe us the money. And they go after them for it.
He just like say, of course, he said he washed the house. I didn't understand that. He told me his
No,
windows.
people wash their siding.
That's what I'm saying. He told me the windows. But let me see. Seems like a lot. It's inside out. But I was going to ask him how long it took him.
We're just finishing up a basic.
Al's daughter got hit by a drunk last night, man.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's okay, but it was a good one, man. Hospital the whole bit.
Good one.
Yeah, it wasn't a fender bender. And then they got him, too. It sounded like he tried to do something. Yeah, they said, because he made it sound like he got him.
I'll put that Zeke on, but be ready with the dump button.
For who?
For Zeke. He's the owner, or he's the one who...
The neck tattoo.
Well...
Is he mean? Is he upset?
He's upset. He goes, I'm not going to pay him because he's just an idiot. And, and he kept changing the prices. I said, well, come and give your side of the story. I said, other than that...
Is he coming on?
He is.
Oh, good.
Hopefully he will be there.
Will he take the trade and tattoos?
You're getting these people on. Good job, Dad.
Tell him we'll be right with him and we appreciate it.
I really did. I was like...
There must be more to it, like the work sucked or something.
Well, that's what I said. I said, you need to say your side.
Is Jorge still on too?
One of my favorite calls, Tom, way back when, was this guy calls in and ultimately ended up saying this. One of my favorite quotes of all time. It's the second time this month I've been ripped off by a guy.
I know, that's why I said
it. I love it. It was just the best quote. It's like, huh.
I don't know who the hell.
But then we had that one guy, that common man in with the neck tattoo. Remember, he had a drug issue and shit, but he got his shit together. He has a kid. He's got his own business,
but
right?
He still has a neck tattoo.
But he's still,
And it's one of those that's got the bones and stuff, like a skeleton.
It's not bad, though. The worst ones are the ones that you can tell, like, somebody that doesn't know what they're doing did it, or they got it in the joint.
Love the joint tattoos.
The joint tattoos. Oh, I had a trivia for you. Check this out.
Okay.
How many episodes and which ones was Jackie Childs on?
Which one? Holy cow, that's so.
Okay, you've got the coffee one.
Coffee, cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Finale. That's right.
There's at least one more.
There is one more, and I saw it last night, but I bet there's another one, too.
Is that when he wouldn't see him?
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. For hearing loss or tinnitus, they have helped me. They have helped so many of my friends. They do free trial periods. Now, you have to have an evaluation and a test and all of that, but in order to choose the hearing aid that will help you with your tinnitus or your hearing loss, they will let you have these test drives because they want to hook you up with the best product. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. They also have a product called, it's a treatment called Desincra. Now, you own this once you get it, and it will cure certain types of tinnitus. You got to call for details. It's an absolute permanent cure. 303-534-0163. They're at Clarkson and Hamden in the Urgent Care Building on the second floor. That's helpforringing.com, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. So we really appreciate Zeke coming on the air. He's a homeowner. And as we said, something sounds strange here. Jorge said he cleaned the windows, $1,500, and Zeke just won't pay him. So Mark said, well, did you have authorization? Did you have a contract? And he says, well, he doesn't have a written contract, but he said he was given authorization. So let's talk to Zeke, and we appreciate it. So Zeke, bottom line, that's really how simple it is. He says he just wants to be paid for cleaning your windows and I guess some other stuff, and he said the bill is around $1,500. Zeke.
Well, first of all, Tom, how you doing? We've done some things in the past, and I appreciate your show and your program, and and the people that you help, and the people that small business owners that get the opportunity to get some good exposure and get people to see and recognize their talents and things like that. And it's hard, because especially now this day and age, everybody works hard, and you give people, not to mention any names or who's on the air with you right now, but people take advantage of people and do things like that, or dishonest and are creepy or whatever the case may be. Then again, I'm not mentioning any names, but you got to be careful. And people think you're big or you're somebody or you own this or you own that, and they try to take advantage of you. So, Tom, it's a rough deal out there, that's for sure.
Okay, so do you think you owe him anything?
Well, he started out helping out. He didn't show up when he was supposed to. He very unprofessional. Started changing prices. I mean, to do a $300 job and and we agreed on a certain price, and he changed it 4 times. And like I said, it was very unprofessional. I had to leave for 10 minutes. My fiance called me up and said he was creepy. She didn't want him in the house. I mean, I'm not going to go he said, she said, or talk bad about anybody. You know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. I help everybody. Everybody's my customers. I love everybody. I'm glad to help everybody.
Did your windows get clean, Zach?
Well, he went through the motions.
Zeke, I'm sorry. Yeah.
He worked on things. I saw a lot of flaws and stuff like that, but things were unprofessional and uncomfortable. So, simple as that, Tom.
So you don't, and I'm trying to get that. So you don't think that you basically you owe him any money?
Well, I don't got a problem with anything, but when he starts changing prices and
how much did you think it was going to cost?
Well, it's usually what I've paid in the past to clean windows. I mean, it varies.
Okay.
It varies.
But you don't deny you hired him to do it. You just are disputing the $1,500.
Well, I disputed the unprofessionalism, changing costs. That's not what it started out to be.
Okay. So are you going to pay him anything? Yeah. Do you think there's any price that you would pay?
It's at the point now. He came to my house. He was stalking my house. He was sitting out in the house. He was ringing my phone all night long. I mean, it was a creepy deal.
Yeah, but he wants to get paid, man. I mean, there's got to be something there.
That's fine. I told him to send me an email. It'll run to my office, and it'll be taken care of. But when you make it an uncomfortable situation, I had to call, my fiance had to call the police. My neighbors were concerned. So it turned out to be a big fiasco.
Yeah. As far as the price, though, hold on a sec, real quick. Jorge, did you have a price before you started?
Yes, I told him $1,500.
You did?
Yes, and he agreed. He said, when can you start? I said, I can start now.
That's not true. That's not true. It was a lot less than that at first.
No, it was $1,500.
I can't believe between the two of them they didn't have something written.
John, he changed it 4 times, and I have he wrote it on the back of a card where he changed it couple times.
Well, there must be then a price, Zeke, that you feel you can pay him. I mean, there must be something. I'm not saying, go ahead.
I don't feel that. You know, someone works, that's fine. But someone comes and disrespects my home, causes all this trouble and all these problems, and then he threatens me and everything. Like I say, the police had to take him out of there.
Okay, so again, all I'm trying to do, and I want to be fair, so no one says, "Oh, you're not given a chance." I want to know then. So he's saying he's owed $1,500. Is your position that because of the way he handled it, you don't owe him anything, or will you be willing to pay him $300, $500, $800? I'm just trying to get an idea of what you are willing to pay him. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just trying to get an idea.
I think at this point, money isn't even the issue.
So you're not going to pay?
Well, I don't know. You know, I'll have to think about it. He's
going to end up leaning it.
Yeah, you know, he's going to put a lien on the house.
Well...
So Zeke's position is he doesn't like the way the whole damn thing went down. He feels disrespected. He feels flim-flammed, and he's not sure what he's going to pay, if anything. I guess that sums it up, right, Zeke? I mean, that sums it up. All right, so now what we have to figure out is Jorge, you heard him. So... you have to now do what you think. He is going to fight it. Now,
would you settle for a lower amount right now?
I don't, Jorge. $1,500 is what you want, and I don't even know if it's worth talking about settling for less, because it sounds like Zeke doesn't want to pay, or he doesn't want to address it.
He doesn't want to pay nothing at all. The thing is that when I finished the job, I sent him a digital invoice, the ones you send from your phone, and then he asked me for a written one. I told him, okay, I don't do that anymore, but I could.
I heard a lot of lip service in that call too, man.
Here's the deal. Bottom line is this, Jorge. You're going to have to take further action because he doesn't feel. Now listen, I truly don't know what is owed, but I do know this, okay? He did not deny he hired you to clean the windows. He didn't deny it. So there's something called quantum Marriott. Means you got something of value, and you're going to have to pay something, okay? I mean, that's just the way it goes. But the amount, unfortunately, because you don't have a contract, and Zeke is listening, that will have to be determined. But he's not denying he hired you. What he's saying is he doesn't like the way it went down, and unprofessionalism, so on and so forth. So
me neither. I don't like how it went, because when I finished, he never answered me the call.
Okay.
I called him, hey, listen, we can meet him.
Yes, Zeke?
I got a counterclaim too, because he caused a bunch of damage as well.
Well, that's totally different. What kind of damage?
Just the windows, stuff on the windows were broken, the plastic parts. There were just all kinds of. There was a bunch of things. My fiance was so upset; she didn't even want him in the house.
So this whole thing is a mess.
Well, yeah. How come he didn't say that at first?
Yeah, Tom.
Yep. You see how he changed his story? But we'll see him in court. It's good.
But listen, it would be good for a judge to hear this, or. Jorge, you can do a small claims court, okay? That's just an action for payment. And then he's going to do a counterclaim. It would be interesting to follow it through to see what happens. So you should start that. The other thing is a lien. You can do both. You don't have to do one or the other. You can do both. Would you say, and the attorney would add his fees to it, who would you say, who would you recommend if he needs someone? If Jorge needs someone, who would you recommend? Mark? For Jorge, what attorney would we recommend for that?
I'd actually, believe it or not, David Salisbury. He does a lot of this contract stuff too, man. A lot of property. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I didn't know he did it until I used him for his normal services.
So try David Salisbury. Daff, would you give the number for Jorge, and then let's also, for Jorge, give him also, not just David, but Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
Siglian. Yeah. These are on our referral list at referrallist.com. Am I late for you? Yeah, as usual. All right, 303-713-TALK. That's just the way I am. I'm late, and I need to tell you about Art of Granite, a great company. Art of Granite, you know, behind every good company, you have a few things. First, you have a great owner, and that's Mitch Floria. He's an immigrant. Came here 10 or 12 years ago and built a beautiful company with $300 in his pocket. You have a great product. He's a direct stone importer of granite, quartz, and all natural stones, and as well as other solid surfaces he can do. And then you have beautiful work and he has art of granite. That's why he calls it that. He only charges for the fabrication and installation. The tear out and hallway's free, the bathroom's free when you do the kitchen. There's a small markup on the cabinets. All materials are wholesale. 303-386-5919. And here's the great part. If you call with some measurements, maybe he'll have you send a photo. He will give you a price on the phone. That's how confident he is. And that price will not change by only a few dollars here or there, depending on your custom edges, sinks, and your wholesale countertop material. 303-386-5919. Get your price, 386-5919, artofgranite.net.
Can you listen to the sound?
He didn't sound, I mean, he was just talking back and forth.
Who? Oh, that was a bunch of flim flam, man. Don't you think so?
Someone said it sounds.
And then he threw in, he broke windows. Why wouldn't you say that at first? The very first thing. And what's this? He did business with you? Do you have a tattoo I don't know about?
Sketchy. We can help him with the process.
That was sketchy at best. Do you have a tattoo on your ass or something we don't know about? He said he did work on you or something. Did he do that?
No. But that's.
I knew you had that.
But what I don't like is it fades, and everyone. There are people that have beautiful reds. Look how and it never. This is the second time I had it enhanced because it started fading, and they say it's something about my system.
Your pigment.
It's a microphone on fire, right? Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. But here's the problem. No, the problem is that's the problem. It's faded.
It's hard to. Yeah, it is. It's tough.
Oh, they do. But he said it. They say it faded way more on me for some reason, and I just don't know why.
I'd get a wrap instead of a tattoo. Just
what's that, Mom?
Like a car wrap. Oh.
Like when you get.
I'm terrified if I get a tattoo. No, it's the ones that freak me out are the women that have either they call them the tramp stamp, or people that have them on their face. Because what happens when they're in their 80s?
Of course.
God, it's gotta look so weird when your skin gets all.
You want these people with the big sleeves on and stuff, and they, I mean, it's gonna.
Even the sleeves, though, at least they're all solid colors sometimes, you know.
I've never seen one.
We'll post this.
But like,
I can't believe, but he didn't do it, right? Did this guy you're talking? He was like, Tom, we know each other.
He give you a free neck.
And then Tom calls him Zach. That was classic. Here, I'll get it.
My dad made me a bet.
You want me to take it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
Okay. My dad bet me $5 that I couldn't make it through the Navy without getting a tattoo.
Did you?
I won.
That's pretty good. My dad made it through the Navy without a tattoo. Now that you say that.
Okay, just get a straight on shot.
Yeah, I'm going to get a real shot.
No, do it with mine. Do it with mine so I can just edit the. Okay. Yeah, just straight on, and then I'll edit it.
Certain wealth strategies provides financial planning with a focus on forward-looking.
And then I'll edit it just to crop out the. Oh, okay.
Retirement in Colorado.
God.
Discover the fiduciary difference.
Do I look veiny?
What do you say? You don't look veiny.
Okay, so.
When you get a DUI, a criminal charge, and a civil proceeding.
So I'll give this to Post. You did a good job on that one. Okay, so I upload it to you or to him, to Dan.
For what? To post on Facebook or on this? Just send it to Dan.
To both.
Send it to both.
I'll post it on Facebook.
I'll put it on. You can post it on Facebook.
Yeah, I can do that.
But we'll show it on here, so send it to Dan.
And do I do it on his message, his iPhone, his message or email?
No, email it to Dan at Trouble.
It's called the power buying process. We check your income, assets, and credit to provide you with a verified approval, which can give you the strength of a cash buyer. Once verified, you qualify for our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days while you find your new home. Then, once you've found your new home, if rates have gone up...
I'm sending you my tattoo.
Okay. Drew put it on YouTube. It was fine.
What did you think of the tattoo guy? Really? Did he not just sound like lip service? It sounded horrible.
He's trying to get out of paying. Now, $1,500 seemed like a lot of money, but he sounded like he was getting out of paying.
It did sound like a lot of money. And then to turn around and say after the fact, oh, he broke windows.
Right. And then he called the cop on him, and the cops, the reason he didn't give him a ticket, there was other people in the garage because the Zeke dude said he was screaming at him, and the people, other workers that were in the garage said no, he wasn't screaming at him. So they didn't give him a ticket for trespassing. But they did say he can't come back on the property. And then they gave him paperwork how to fill out and do the lien.
It's microphone on fire.
Mornings 5 to 10. Some Republicans like Senator Marco Rubio's idea.
Or don't tell people what it is.
Yeah, read a symbol.
I get the arguments, but I think it's a trap. Let's talk about it Thursday morning at 6:34.
When did you get that, anyhow? It's so funny, I don't remember it. You must have not had it
10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm Tom Martino, your tattooed troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Guess what my tattoo is? We're going to post it right here, right now, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. I just took a photo of it. I didn't have to bend over, so that'll give you a hint. It's on my arm. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Flexident is doing paintless dent repair. If you don't have any damage to your paint, please go to Flexident. Now, they're the best in paintless dent repair, the best. You know, I have a lot of people on my referral list that are good, and they're great people. Flexident, not only good people, but they truly are the best. He's got probably the longest experience in this business, Nick. So it's PDR, it's called. And they can get you right in. Flexident of Colorado.com, 303-619-6273. Here's the magic. They have openings, and they're not just a fly-by-night tent that sets up and leaves. 303-619-6273. If you go to a normal body shop for paintless dent repair, they simply sub it out to people like Flexident. So just go to Flexident of Colorado directly. 303-619-6273. All right. Now, Rita says, I have a neighbor encroaching on my property. This is bad. But how are they encroaching, Rita? How are they encroaching?
We have common area garage, and we're each assigned a space, and every day, he's got stuff in there that doesn't really fit, but every day I come home, and he's moved it around. And
let me get this straight then. Is this a townhome or a condo?
Correct.
And do you own?
I own, he rents.
Okay, and where you own, is this an open two-car garage?
It's actually an open four-car garage, yes.
It's, when I say open, meaning there's no dividers between the cars. And is it open air, or is it an actual garage with a door?
Garage with a door.
All right, hold on, and we'll come right back to you and more. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. I urge you to stay tuned. We're going to talk about a lot of common stuff.
Coloradans 62
and older, are you not feeling as financially secure as
I stretched it out so it looks like you're really buff.
It looks. You mean you had to exaggerate my puny arms?
Are loans that pay you monthly by using the equity in your home.
Let's say it's on his breast.
When losing your home if you pass away, and FHA ensures that you never owe more than your house.
You should have said
who actually did it? Where'd you have it done?
You benefit immediately from no monthly mortgage payments.
It was on Colfax. It was a live shot. I did it in the beginning, middle, and end of the show.
Oh, that's a
It was for new regulations on tattoos.
Did it hurt?
Wow. You know, it pinched, but it didn't really hurt. Because new regulations were, they had to do something. It was because of AIDS and all of that. So new regs in Denver, I'm going to try to find out, new regs in Denver.
So she sent all these, on her Rita, sent all these damn, I can't even, oh, I see it.
And I don't know when they took effect, but let's see. I think they had to be licensed, maybe.
So this is what she looks like. She's on the garage, I think.
What?
I think this is on the garage. I think this is hers, and I think. So this is the approaching on.
What is that? They share that garage?
Yes.
God, that's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, why would you agree to that? Oh, it's a town home.
They,
I think this is her.
That is bizarre. And there's 2 doors, 4 cars.
God, that is weird, isn't it? I wonder how they write that in the lease. Why wouldn't they just put up a little wall?
It's terrible.
So you do got a little wall right here.
No, the sheep put that up.
Some cylinder blocks. No, those are cylinders.
And what is that called? Trellis or what's that called?
Yeah, like
fencing.
Yeah, it's a trellis. It is.
It's for plants and shit.
Yeah, the vines grow up them. Well, that is a bizarre setup. Put that up on Facebook too. Let's say that's Tom's tattoo. It's a very strange tattoo of a garage.
But I mean, look at this. I mean, was it 4 inches more? What do you think?
I don't know. Where is hers?
I think this is hers.
What's your argument, though? He's getting a little more.
He's encroaching.
Oh, this is so petty.
We should go out there and do a Facebook
Should we?
Live.
And the loser has to get a neck tattoo.
From that guy.
Beat the shit out of your phone, Dan.
Hey, you know how old that is? That phone is.
It's an iPhone 1.
4 years old. That's pretty old for a phone.
Should I get an iPhone 10?
I wouldn't. There's no real big difference.
No, there isn't.
Just get an 8.
So Suzanne still has an 8? Yeah. I have an 8 Plus.
I wonder what their next one will be. Considering they skipped 9, do they go right to 11? Do they start calling it the Apple?
Here's the thing. I don't know sometimes why they do updates. If they aren't really...
Money. What do you mean, why? Money.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that phone costs them like $12 to make. They get an 800 to what, 1200 for it.
And usually there's a couple kids just jump out.
Oh my God! The amount of the Chinese kids that have died over there making those phones.
It's just a couple jump out every time they get a new one.
Greg, when he first got that 8, this little fortune cookie fell out of it and said, "Please help me! I'm working at the fucking Apple clinic."
Is it an election, guys? Next year.
Yes.
November.
This November is Congress for the most part.
Well, but November of 18 is the presidential election already?
No, 20.
20.
Oh,
this November is
I thought that
midterms.
was too soon. Okay.
Yeah, midterms.
20. Okay.
Well,
so
Trump already changed it. There's not going to be.
So we have Trump for another.
It's 8 years now, not 4.
3 years. And he gets one more.
And he can run 2. And then if you win twice in a row.
So he's only been in office 1 year this November?
A little over a year.
Yeah.
Or a little over a year and a half.
Think of everything he's done in 1 year. It's crazy.
When was he actually sworn in? January of what?
January 20th, right?
Of 16. So January
17.
Of 17. So January of 18 was a year.
Yeah.
Okay. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So, okay, a year and a half. 1 year and 7 months.
Yep. Stock market on fire.
He has done a lot in that.
That little,
no, he's not
that
really
fat
done a lot.
Korean kid hasn't
He's
fired
not really,
a missile.
He hasn't been able to legislatively pass anything.
Tax reform, are you kidding? It was huge. You know that.
Oh, that's right. And then
massive.
Oh,
that's why the stock market's on fire.
Obamacare.
He got rid of a lot of that.
No, he just executive order he did.
Oh,
it was just the fine. The fine he got rid of.
Okay.
What you mean is Congress is being lackadaisical.
He got a Supreme Court justice in.
And another one. He'll have 2 in. What do you mean, let's hope? He will. What do you mean? They can't go fucking 3 years without one.
No, they could.
Who retired?
Kennedy.
He went over there too. And
Ted Kennedy.
usually what happens is right as the session closes, they announce it. So there was no announcement, and Kennedy walked over to the White House and told Trump before anybody else. That was pretty wild, man. I mean, I would expect that out of some, but not Kennedy. He's kind of
more right.
He's kind of in the center, actually.
More in the center, but he was picked by
Reagan.
Republicans.
And we're proud to be one of the only tax firms.
I'll tell you who would make a good, and I mean a good Supreme Court.
If they really do their job, it doesn't
Pelosi.
matter.
The IRS doesn't.
Who? Pelosi.
She'd be great.
So whether you owe just a few $1,000s.
She's a straight shooter. She'll interpret the Constitution the way it was not supposed to be interpreted.
If they really and truly do their job, It wouldn't matter
Who, the justices? Well, here's the deal. Some of them, there's two rules. No, that's not true, man. There's two schools of thought, and I'm not going to say which is legitimate or not. One is you interpret the Constitution exactly how it's written, period. The other is it's a living and breathing document that changes with the times.
Yes, it is living and breathing, but both of what you said is true. You do interpret it the way it's written.
A true Constitution.
And then you apply it to today. But
well, people will argue that. A lot of people...
They're not in conflict, Mark. Those statements are not in conflict.
Well, they're in conflict when it comes into the court. That's why most of the splits are there. Why is everything 5-4 for the most part?
I'm feeling down. Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are here to help you solve problems, to answer questions, and to take complaints. This hour brought to you by Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. Last hour I told you that they're doing a transmission service for just $119, which is unbelievable, that in itself. You have to call them for details. But we have something else, too, they're offering. But first I want to tell you about this show. If you're new to town, you can tune in every day, 10 to 1. And that's Colorado time for those listening around the country. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live, of course, on our radio stations, KHOW in Denver. We have KRDO in Colorado Springs and others. And to find that out, all you have to do is search us out. And referralist.com is our internet home. We take calls and solve problems. We're so happy we got some refunds for people, some credits. We're also trying to help you any way we can. 303-MARTINO is another number you can reach us, 24/7, 303-627-8466. As I said, we also give quality referrals at referralist.com. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair is one of them. One of the other things they're doing is a find, fix, or free repair for $89, $89.95 plus parts. Here's what they're saying. We can find and fix any problem for $89 in all labor. All you do is pay for parts. Now that's a great deal. But what if it's major? The whole transmission or something that's so extraordinary they can't possibly do it for $89. They don't try to trick you. It's not aha. It's free. So you don't get the repair, but you get a full diagnostic free of charge. Do you understand that? So in other words, a full, free, complete diagnostic, or the repair done for $89 plus parts. There are no unknowns. You will never pay more than $89 in labor, or you get to walk away and you get a full, complete diagnosis. 303-781-9858. That's Budget A1 on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. Okay, let's talk. What's happening? Well, we had a call that seemed a little strange. Rita says someone's encroaching on her property. Here's what it is. They have two-car garages. And they're all together. There are no walls. So in other words, you have one garage door where two cars pull in. You have another garage door where two cars pull in. They're all side by side. 1, 2, 1, 2. No walls in between, which means that you get to park in your space and your neighbor gets to park in their space. You own this property or rent it. She owns hers. And basically, along with the property comes space in the garage. Now, theoretically, you would think it's all done by square footage. Everyone gets the same space. So you divide the space in two, and then your neighbor gets half of it, you get half of it. The same with the other side, with the other two cars. But Rita, you're saying, and we saw the photos, that the person to your left is encroaching on your side.
Exactly, yes.
This is not a legal thing. This is, in fact, I doubt there are any lines drawn. There might be. There might literally be a legal description. And if there is, then you would take your survey and literally measure and tell your neighbor, or put down a piece of tape, floor tape it's called, it sticks and stays. I would, or paint a line. That's the only way to really address this. Have you approached your neighbor?
Yes, he basically waits for the garage door to open, and he comes scurrying down, and he opens his door to see if I can fit in, and he'll yell, call me bad names that I probably can't say on the radio.
He calls you, so he's nasty to you?
Oh my gosh, he's yeah.
Yeah, but how old is this guy?
He's 55, I believe.
He should know better, and he's calling you names.
Yeah, yelling at me.
Oh.
And yesterday I was shaking. I could barely.
Now, Rita, have you talked to the owner of the unit?
The management company calls the owner and identifies themselves, and he basically cusses them out and hangs up on them.
The owner does too?
Yes.
Okay. The next question is, how long has it been going on?
Well, it started towards the end of June. He's been there since December. Things were fine. It started towards the end of June, and then it mellowed down for a while. I mean, he was still in my space, but at least I could sit in my
How
car.
much space is he using?
Well, there's about 16 feet there, and he's given me 6 and 6.5 feet maybe.
Okay.
Taken that.
You're going to have the management company get involved and write a letter.
Yeah.
I mean, Rita.
What happened, though? Why did it fall apart? Why is this guy so upset?
I do, because the very first time it happened, I asked him to move his stuff, and he ended up calling the police because he said that I threatened him, and they came over and they told him to move it, and it pissed him off. He's been so upset ever since.
Rita, what were you, out of curiosity, what were you hoping we'd say to you? That
I didn't know, because I don't know what to do. No one is helping me.
I'll bet you, according to your survey, it's literally described in the survey. You hope. If it simply says that you share it, it's going to be difficult. But you need to do some homework and get back to us. You have your closing documents, right?
Right.
How long have you owned the place?
I bought it September.
Good. Of what year?
Last year.
Okay, good. So it's fresh. Get your closing docs. If you need help, we'll help you. We need to look at the survey and the legal description. And you will have a measurement, and you can sue the owner next to you for it. You can. And you can...
Well, the garage is actually called out as common area.
But is it defined as when it says common area, though, something gives you and not someone else a right to park there. Someone.
Okay.
So we'll look at it for you or have one of our attorneys. We need to see it first. Okay? And there's probably an electronic copy. If you call the title company, they can email it to us or to you, and then you can forward it to us. Really, that's where we start. Then we decide what to do. We can call the owner for you or the management company. Sometimes that does it. But remember, Rita, your neighbor's not going to be pleasant when we do this. But I suggest when he's out of there, you have it marked. But you can't, here's the problem, you can't assume. It's half and half. That's the problem. Unless there is wording. Okay, we got Jason who's been waiting a while. Jason, I'm sorry for the wait. What's happening with you, sir?
Oh, yeah, not a problem. So I should have called you probably 3 years ago.
Uh-oh, what happened 3 years ago, or what's happening now?
Sorry, I bought a house, and I turned my old house into a rental.
When?
And we had a...
When did you turn it into a rental?
About 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
So we had American Family for our insurance.
Bad.
And at that point, we have T-locks on the rental house. And at that point, they turned the coverage from $1,000 deductible to 5% because they said they don't cover T-locks anymore.
They don't cover HELOCs?
Yeah, T-lock shingles.
Oh, T-lock shingles. I'm sorry. Now, you had to have been given a notice when this happened.
Yeah, they gave us a notice.
Okay.
It was kind of like we had nothing else to do.
I understand. You went from 1,000 to 5% deductible.
Yeah.
You know, we are handling a number of complaints like this. We have an attorney who believes it's unconscionable and says it basically doesn't give you coverage at all, and he at the time thought it was so egregious he was willing to take that one case and fight the insurance company for bad faith. In your case, what does that do to you? Explain why you're calling.
Okay, so the 5% means about $12,000 for deductible.
And how much is the roof?
So I called Petroleum and then also XL, and they both put it around 7 to 8.
So basically, you have no coverage.
You have no coverage.
Yeah, no coverage at all.
We had one that was over $30,000 for a $12,000 roof. Remember?
Okay, the deductible was 30. So this is terrible. When did the storm happen?
It was the June storm, and then also 2 days ago that storm.
What do you say to the broker that sold you that garbage? I mean, do you call him up?
Now wait a minute. It was converted after he said. That's the problem. That notice, he got a notice. No, but it wasn't converted because it turned into a rental.
It was because they said it was a new policy.
Oh.
They'll no longer support T-lock roofs.
All right.
Even though they were supporting it while we were...
It has nothing to do with T-locks. Even if you had an asphalt roof, it would still be 5%.
No, they said... I'm sorry. They said if there was a new roof or not a T-lock, they would cover it at $1,000 deductible.
Okay, well, that might be what they're saying. But usually, these percentage of home values are turning, or percentage of loss is turning into a percentage on all policies. That everyone with a policy should double check to see that they have a deductible that they can live with. Now, 1,000 is too low, but 5% is ridiculous. Jason, I'm not sure there's anything you can do about it short of suing them for bad faith, and you may lose. I mean, it's going to cost you money, and you don't get that money back. Now, if you win on a bad faith case, you can make a lot of money. But the only way it would pay is if you can find an attorney to take it on contingency, and I don't think you can. I don't know what to tell you other than if that's what you signed, insurance companies are not going to just give in. They're not going to do it.
Okay.
They suck, in other words. But you got a new policy, and that's when they invoked it. It's terrible. It's good that you're getting rid of the T-lock.
Did they explain it to him? I didn't hear.
Yeah, explain what to him?
They changed when it changed.
They sent them a notice. Yeah. Period. It's in writing. They don't have to sit down and explain it.
It'd be nice if they did, though. If he used Compass, I guarantee Brian or Matt would say, hey, here's the difference.
Right. They would say, here, don't get this because of this. Here's what we need to do, Jason. We need to figure out if you want to sue and maybe talk to a few attorneys, but you need to get this fixed. And now that you're changing to T-lock, from T-lock, you should get a good company and drop this company. American Family sucks. They're a bad company. I don't know why, after all the preaching I do, people are not canceling. State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, American Family, and Fred Loya. They are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. When I say disgusting, I mean they balk and fight you with everything. They have poor coverage. They suck. Do you want to save money, improve your health, and have a beautiful smile? All three. Here's what I mean. If you want a beautiful smile and you get cosmetic dentistry, it'll look beautiful, but you won't improve your health and you won't save money. You'll spend a lot. Like you'll spend up to $60,000 for a mouthful of veneers. I'm not kidding you. Even the front teeth are $25,000. Listen, if you go to Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, you can straighten your teeth the natural way by widening your palate, even as an adult, without surgery and without extractions. Your teeth fall into place, and then he uses Invisalign braces for the last few months. The whole process is 2 years. Imagine that, and you save a ton of money. You save thousands. It's only a few grand to get this done compared to 50 or 60, and it cures jaw problems like TMJ and sleep apneas. The new orthodontics, Dr. Kent Lawson, 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100. Why don't you search for him at referralist.com or look for Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ.
What was that list of insurance you said?
This report is brought to you by American Family, Farmers, State Farm, Allstate,
in the metro area. There is
I got a meeting with Matt. Compass today.
Now, here's the deal. Let's say you have State Farm, and it just so happens you're getting a good rate. They'll tell you. And even though they suck, you should keep them until you no longer have a good rate. You know what I mean? Because it does happen once in a rare while. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wrote that down.
Well, what down?
The description of what his question was. I guess I didn't understand.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh, I got rid of it.
Well, it must have not been bad.
How is your baby?
He's doing good.
Is he doing good? Growing like a weed, huh?
He's getting pretty big.
How many pounds is he now?
I don't know. We haven't weighed him in a while, but I'd guess he's 18 or 19.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a little smaller than that.
I was 46 pounds when I was born.
Yeah. My son was 10, and my sister said, "You mean that third grader you gave birth to?"
I don't even know what normal
10
is.
pounds, 11 ounces.
7 to 8 pounds.
That's pretty
Wes
normal.
was 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and that was 50 percentile.
And my daughter was 2
What is
pounds,
that?
10 ounces.
8 pounds, 3 ounces.
And you were what percentile?
50.
Okay.
So
9 is considered a little heavy, though.
When I was
7 to 8.
when I was 8 months old, I was born in Albany, or Schenectady, actually. They had to fly me to Canada because my my small intestines collapsed.
But why Canada?
It was the only specialist there. They flew me into Canada because no one in upstate New York.
At a few days old?
Well, I was 6 months old. I was 6 months old.
You realize the Albany Medical Center now is such a major facility.
I didn't know that at all. Last time I was in Albany was probably 08. And man, what a shit town. It looked like, it reminded me of Albuquerque. It looked so bad.
Albany sucks now?
That was 10 years ago. It was just God, it was just dirty and kind of dead.
You put them together.
When's the last time you were upstate?
Yeah,
Bethany and I went not long ago.
Upstate?
I worked her up to see all my school.
Oh, your stomping grounds?
Everything. My home where I grew up. She loved
Is the house still there?
Yeah, we went and saw all of that. She loved it. We saw my mom's grave.
Where's your mom buried?
My mom is in Catskill in the cemetery.
Oh, wow.
We went and saw all of that. And
most of the
loved it.
I did that with my dad probably 15 years ago. I really took a train. You got to take,
10 days of his life.
when they're a little older, 14 or so, you want to take the kids and do that same trip.
Exactly right. Right now,
Right now it's pretty good,
until
yeah.
they get rid, they won't be interested after 17 or
No, but it is. I still remember my dad doing that with me. It was really cool seeing his old house and shit.
You're not supposed to do that.
The school he went to, man, had every grade in it. It was a one little building schoolhouse in upstate New York, and
how old is your dad?
He's 75. He was born in 44. What the hell's that?
It's amazing the difference in just a few years between me and him, how much changed.
10 years.
And then another 10 years, things change. And I mean, things get...
Well, think of you and I. We're 20 years. And then you and my dad are 10. And they really are. You are, though, I will say this. You are very unique for your age. Very fucking unique. There's people 65, 66 that look fucking 80. It's fucking crazy, man. Look at Dan.
That's not so much looking as acting as well. People act older.
That's true once you give in. Don't you think that's true?
All my friends are younger.
One of the things I've picked up from you, and I do it every day now, I walk faster, and I really have been doing my posture better.
Yeah, good.
It looks like it.
Not in this chair.
There's something called girth control that we don't do it just when girls are around, but you know how people just are relaxed and just do this, right? Yeah. And you're gonna, what you should do is always this. And it's not, after a while, it gets to be natural. It's called girth control.
The first 2 weeks I did it. I'm on my third week. It hurt.
You already did, Brent, didn't you?
What hurt?
I just heard
My back from just sitting like this all the time.
Hold on. Yes.
Okay.
Just time I did it, I didn't know.
Okay.
My girth is too much.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Pro Auto Care is your car nanny. If you want a great auto repair shop, they have 2 locations, Evans on I-25, and they have Bowles and Santa Fe, just roughly in those areas, and you can call for details, 303-PRO-AUTO. When I say your car nanny, what I mean is they do repairs and maintenance like everyone, right? Except better. And they also send you reminders of everything you need or is suggested. It's great because, you don't know when your last oil change was unless you keep track of all that. I'm too busy, okay? And they let me know when things are due. I love it. What I also love is that in between every single repair, 36,000 miles it lasts, you have roadside assistance. So you're always in the family at Pro Auto Care, 303-PRO-AUTO, 303-PROAUTO.com. Be in the family. Okay, so, the neighbor is encroaching here with Rich now. Another encroachment, 5 feet. Vanessa's getting sued by a neighbor. Listen to all the neighbor problems. Joe's got a comment, by the way, on that deductible American Family that went from $1,000 deductible per incident to a 5% of value deductible, which is ridiculous. Joe, what's your comment?
Well, just a couple of quick things. You know, it's whether, you know, the reason that the insurance companies are switching to these higher deductibles is because there's a growing likelihood of damage as the storms get more severe.
Of course.
Like this year, every time we have a storm roll through some part of town, some part of town gets crushed.
Of course.
You know,
they might as well exclude it.
Joe, really, duh. I mean, I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying, of course, man, they're paying out the nose.
Well, and that goes back to my second point is most people don't understand what why their rates are going up this way, and most people think insurance is the biggest waste of money.
Wait, are you saying, Joe, that are you saying that most people just assume that insurance just wants to make more money and they're scum-sucking pigs?
Beyond that, yeah.
Yeah. And what you're saying is they're actually increasing premiums and hiring deductibles and stuff like that because raising deductibles, I should have said, because their expenses are going up.
In addition to being scum-sucking pigs, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what else we can do about it. I mean, it's the way it is. Insurance
you just got to shop it all the time.
But here's the deal. I doubt insurance companies are ever losing money. It's just that they're not making as much money. And what's really funny, Joe, about corporate America, we can all bitch and moan about corporate America, but so many people in the retirement accounts and stuff own parts of those companies, and they're making money off it. We all make money off of corporate America, and then we cry about it.
Well, and I think a lot of that crying
is... It's a horrible self-help.
Yeah, he's dying, so Joe's got to reestablish. I can't have it on because of that. Now, let's keep going, because we have people who are in trouble here. But Jenny just bought a home, and there's a smell. Jenny.
Yes.
What do you mean a smell in the basement?
It's not a bad smell. I mean it is. It's bad enough that it's driving my husband crazy.
Now, are we talking about like a smell like rotten eggs, that with a sulfur smell?
No.
What is it like?
He's at work, but I just talked to him. He says he would say it's not an animal smell. He thinks maybe it's mold. He's concerned about moisture and mold. My daughter just says it smells like a musty basement.
Musty is a good word, because that's what basements sometimes smell like. Now, it could be due to moisture and no mold. It could be moisture and mold. It could be mold that's not toxic mold. It could be so many things. One of the things to do is to have your air tested down there.
Okay.
Now, that's not expensive.
Okay.
And also, is it a subterranean basement, or does it have a walkout somewhere?
No walkout.
So it's all underground?
Well, there's windows.
But basement high windows, right? Those high windows? Okay.
Yeah.
I would have tests done. I would have a radon test done.
Okay.
And I would have a mold test done. Mark, do we still have our radon people? They're good people.
Yeah, we've got a great radon company, and we've got a guy that can go out and test for mold that's fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, I would do both. Who's the radon company? Let's tell her that.
Absolute Radon.
Absolute Radon.
Search it on troubleshooter.com, referralist.com.
They're good people.
Okay.
Absolute Radon.
And then Mold Check.
Okay.
Mold Check.
Mold check. Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you get the results, even if they tell you what you need, just call us back, and then we also have other experts that can help interpret. I'm not saying they won't tell you the truth, they will. But just to give you an idea, if you had a bad radon problem, a bad one, it's only going to cost under $1,000 most of 90% of the time to fix it. Okay, so and if you had a mold problem, you have to make sure it truly is a problem. For example, sometimes those radon mitigators will also help with mold because they're expelling air. Sometimes you have to dry the air. Sometimes the mold is just mold and it's not toxic. I mean, I don't want to get into a discussion because there are so many nuts that any mold, you know, forget it. That it's death to them, and it's just totally exaggerated. But Jenny, if you check those two companies, that will determine everything. Now, radon won't have a smell, but the other one will tell you about the smell. And sometimes it's just, like your daughter said, a musty smell.
Absolute Radon will send out a test to you for like $20, man. It's dirt cheap.
303-713-TALK. Vanessa, there's nothing worse than being sued. Now, you say you're being sued by your neighbor. They have an attorney?
Yes.
But why are they suing you? Something happened. What's happening?
What happened was we bought the house next to them, and they had been using part of the property. I guess they had friends that used to live there, and they gave them permission to use it. And so they were using it even as we bought it.
Now, where is the property they're using, Vanessa?
It's the front yard and the side of our house that's adjacent to their property.
And how much of the yard? What do they use it for?
They claim it's only to pull their trailer into their backyard, which they have a driveway, side access to their
Did they pave this area? Did they pave this area, or does it just over? Okay.
No, it's our grass. They have rock on their side, and we have grass on our side.
And they don't maintain it?
They don't, and they park on it freely even when they're not connected.
Okay, so what brought up the lawsuit? Did you write them a letter and say not to do it?
My husband had confronted them when he caught them on it and said, really, you have all that driveway, because they have a 2.5-car driveway, and they still would park on our property. You have all that driveway, and you're going to still park on my property? And then the neighbor blew up and said some nasty words to him. And
how long? The only thing I could think they would sue you for is adverse possession, and that's a very, very difficult statute to win on. So how long has it been going on?
Oh, well, I think what kicked them off is we had moved our fence from the back of our house to the front of our house. We have a storage area.
What are they suing you for? What claim?
At first they said estoppel, and now they're kind of changing it because they bought this oversized carport that's more like a airplane hangar, really, is what it looks like. And they spent some money, thousands of dollars on it that they can't even use it. So they
but what are they? There's a lawsuit. There has to be a complaint. What is the complaint?
That we gave them permission, which is not true.
That you gave them permission. They're not. You didn't see anything in there called adverse possession.
No.
Okay, and they're claiming that you gave them permission. They acted on that in good faith, and therefore, by rescinding the permission, you cost them damages.
Right. You know, they want us to remove our fence. They want us to pay for their storage fees for the trailer. And
well, I don't see how they can win at all. What are they showing in a lawsuit? They give some kind of inkling as to what the permission was. Because in real estate, specifically in Colorado, there can be no verbal agreements in real estate.
Well, they have nothing written. They're saying it's verbal. They've sent us...
Okay, their attorney is a moron. He's a no, I'm serious.
Well, you better hire someone.
Yeah. You have to get help. I don't see how they could ever win in a million years if what you're telling me is true.
Well, I'll tell you one way they could win is if she goes in there without an attorney. Right. We've seen it.
I know. We have seen.
And that's the reason why we got an attorney, but my husband is so upset because we put a $3,000 retainer fee, which has been used up, and he doesn't understand how or why because they haven't done anything for us. We've been doing all the investigative work, and he's
well. I don't know either. You know, that's a problem with billing with attorneys that piss me off too. I mean, God, you have to trust that attorney.
This would have been perfect for Mark Kranek.
How did you find it? How did you find the attorney?
He's on the brink of firing the attorney.
How did you find the attorney?
Just research, and actually no. First we did research, and then through a real estate agent agent we know.
Okay.
Pretty good, and she referred us to their office. And
geez, I mean, if he answered the initial complaint, I'm trying to think of 3,000. You're talking 30 hours or less.
Did this attorney tell you that she thought you had a good case?
Yes. I mean, he said he couldn't guarantee anything because, you know, you just can't always guarantee results.
I wonder if they can recoup those attorney's
You could get
fees.
the whole thing discharged. I don't understand. If they claim verbal, the last time I revisited this, my attorney went on the there's no verbal in real estate in Colorado. Now that might change, that might be different now. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you what the law says or even the precedent, but I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
I'd like to see the summons and complaint if she can send it.
Could you send it, please? Send it to us. Get it to us, and then we'll get back to you with an attorney. Okay, Vanessa? We will get back to you with an attorney who looks at it. So that's our next step. 303-713-TALK. We have a comment on the smell in the basement. 2 comments. I want to take them, so please hang on there if you have a comment for the basement, all right? And I want to remind you about Flexident. It's very important you know they have openings. Flexident is paintless dent repair, and it's the best. I love saying that because it is the best. You can get right through. It'll take 1 to 3 days, done, and you won't even know they've been there. It will not detract from the value of your car one bit. Flexident of Colorado.com, 303-619-6273. It's cheaper, better, faster. 303-619-6273.
Inside a Roth IRA, like how does that get taxed?
I'll tell you. What do you mean if you're trading? It's not taxed.
Any IRA or
The only time
it's taxed is when you bring it out.
You take it out.
And Roth is not taxed at all. Either a regular IRA.
The reason a Roth isn't taxed is
But hold
because
on.
it's tax going in.
He's asking, it's tax going
No,
in.
but no, you're wrong because any growth he has in it is fucking taxed.
No,
it's
Or no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're right.
He only
lunch.
gets tax
No,
going
lunch.
in.
You're right.
So, I mean, if I put $10,000 in Amazon 7 years ago in a Roth IRA,
Yeah.
it's worth
Fool.
$1 million this
You
year.
fool.
Yeah.
And I went to withdraw at the appropriate times. I don't pay taxes on any of
If
that.
you're over, well, if he's over
57,
whatever it is.
56.
No, that's what I was saying. If you take it out prior to
Right,
retirement,
then that's a penalty.
you have to pay. You don't pay on the initial money that went in because it was already taxed.
You don't pay on anything you already paid on. Yes. Of course.
But if you took it out right now at your age,
Yeah.
Right, and I'm not.
you could
I'll
take it out for 10,000 without paying any penalty. But you'd have to pay taxes
No, I
on
think
all
you
the
should
rest.
pay a penalty to take $10,000 out.
Even if that's the initial amount going
right,
in.
It's a 10% penalty, then, like you say, on the gain, I'm not sure how that's done.
And it doesn't matter if you day trade. It doesn't matter.
Right.
What do you mean? Inside the account?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do in all mine. Here's what I got. Listen, I got a SEP. I got 3 401ks, 3 401ks, a SEP, and then an IRA. And I trade inside every single one of them. Just day trade, whatever, everything. The only thing they won't let me do, which I don't do anyhow, I don't think they'll let me do options. There's some, penny stocks and shit. There's some weird shit they won't let me
I think
do.
certain IRAs are different or like that.
Which doesn't affect me because I don't do that shit anymore. And no, here's the one too. No margin. Well, they have margin, but it's only for clearing. You don't have a margin account like I do in my big accounts, which I think sucks because I could develop a lot more money inside the set. Do any of yours allow you margin?
But there might be rules against it too.
I think that's it. I don't think they let you do it.
But no, that's the whole thing on Roths is, you know, everything's tax-free coming out.
I got two Roths, 3 401ks.
You can only stick $2,000 in a Roth.
Well, when I say that, here's what sucks. Well, for me, because I have my own company, my SEP is where I can put $55,000 a year. My Roth, I pretty much can't even put any more into because I make too much fucking money. So I can't even put shit in my Roth anymore. But I can grow the ones I have.
So you have a
The STEP is the best.
What is STEP? What is that?
I don't know what STEP stands for, but I can put $55,000 tax-free a year into the STEP, and I can still put about another 10 or 15 into the other ones, and then I can open another STEP for Mountain Farm, which I did this year, and then next year I'll be able to put 110 into the 2 STEPs, all tax-free.
So if you got losses, you can't write them off either. IRA off.
Oh, sure. You want to look at it. You could do a STEP for your wife because she's got.
Well, I was looking into.
And you could pack away $55,000.
Personal 401ks.
What's SEP stand for? Do you remember, Tom? SEP.
SEP is
getting you one step closer to a customized competitive rate mortgage, one that's focused on
single employee plan,
small business or something. No, it's something employee. I gotta look it up because you know what?
You could get them set up right at just Ameritrade. You can do it almost right online, man. And then you just fund it.
Simplified employee.
Oh, that's what it is.
Pensions. Simplified employee.
It's the best thing for me, or it's where I can put the most away.
Yeah, 55 grand.
55 grand is really good.
Cause I have a 401k through mine, and it's maxed out. So we were looking at something for Melissa.
Yeah, SEP would be perfect for her.
They
and there's no cost in opening it. It's so easy, man. We just go to Ameritrade and open it.
And then just put it in.
And just put it in, and then start trading. Or if it's really going to be a retirement, you know, one of the things is you guys just, you know, if you don't trade a lot, man, trading is its own beast. You've got to be on top of that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not going to day trade. I don't want to day trade.
I don't mean just day trade. I mean just trading in general. Buy and hold, like whatever you do in the 401k, is probably the best thing for most people if they do the fundamentals on the company or have someone do them.
You waiting for the what you waiting for?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Joe Lazzara. That name, I hope you never need to remember, but he's a criminal defense attorney. I joke about this sometimes, but you know what? I mean, sometimes people get into tussle with their neighbors, or they're accused of shoplifting, or they do a DUI, that's most of it. And, you know, they try to calculate what they're drinking. I'm not going to sit here in judgment of anyone. I'm going to say there are times that you get in trouble or not, but you may have a friend who got in trouble. You need help. Joseph A. Lazzara, attorney at law. Please use a designated driver. This is one of the crimes you can prevent. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Just remember that name, Joe Lazzara, please. And it's on our referral list at referralist.com. Okay, let's get through here. The comment on the smell in the basement from Susan. Susan, what's your comment?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I do have mold in my house, but the issue stands. There is not a law in the state of Colorado, anywhere, any cities, that they enforce any kind of mold restrictions on landlords.
Oh, no, they don't. But here's the deal. If you have toxic mold and it's a health hazard, there may not be a law that says you're not allowed to have toxic mold. However, you can use it for a constructive eviction to get all your deposit money back and stuff when you leave.
And find a new place.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's been proven it's black mold and everything.
Yeah, you have it?
Yes.
Is it toxic, black mold?
It was tested out. I sent it to Pro Labs, and I also did my own Petri dishes, and they say it is.
And what about the concentration?
They didn't give me a concentration
That's
level.
important,
I mean,
parts per million, and mold check can do that.
Out.
Oh, okay, good. But where is the mold mostly? Is it upstairs in the living space, or is it downstairs in a basement?
It's in a basement.
Yeah.
And I agree, you know, there's natural mold, but when you have this in the basement...
Yeah, but where is it in the basement?
Travel.
Where is it, though? Like in the drywall? Where is it?
No, it is in some acoustical ceiling tiles that were from water damage that was never replaced.
Oh. Now, again, people, it's not that difficult to deal with. It's just not, okay? The house doesn't have to be knocked down. The dirt doesn't have to be drawn out. Here's the 2 steps for any mold, even toxic mold. 2 steps. Stop the food source. That means moisture in most cases.
And then kills.
And that's it. You kill it with anything that kills it. Kills is a brand, but I don't know why people feel, oh, here's what some people think. You have to remove and replace things. Well, sometimes you do, and here's why. Structurally sometimes, or if you kill, though, you don't, the only reason they remove drywall or studs, it's cheaper sometimes than killing because it's so infested, not because it's mandatory. Chuck's got a comment on the smell in the basement, too. Go ahead, Chuck. What's your comment?
Hey, Tom, just one simple thing is to pour some water in the P-trap if the water in the P-trap.
Oh, that's true. That causes that causes problems, especially with vacant homes. That's a good comment, Chuck. We talk about that often.
But that's more of a sewer smell too, though.
Sometimes it can sometimes present as moldy. Thanks, Chuck. Any other ideas?
You're welcome.
No. Okay, thank you. And here's the deal. With P-traps, that's the kind of S underneath. And that S turn is to keep sewer gases from coming up through. It traps water. It's a P-trap. So it traps water. But here's the deal. If you have a home that's going to sit vacant, one of the ways to avoid that is to put antifreeze in it or oil. Now, that is to keep from evaporating and plugging up the drain so gases don't come through. I'm sorry, Alberto is not ready. Okay, so we'll go to...
Don't we eat mold? Aren't mushrooms nothing but mold?
On cheese.
Fungi.
Cheese, fungi.
Yeah.
But fungus...
I'm not talking black mold.
No.
I don't understand the fear of mold so much.
With cheese, we have mold.
Yeah.
Mold, certain types of mold, there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong. But some people have sensitivities too. So mold is something, a spore that gets into their lung and irritates them. So that would have an effect. But there are all kinds of molds in cheese. Alberto, what is your stem cell question?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Well, I had some stem cells done last year, November 28th of last year.
Where?
And, it's called CROM, C-R-O-M, Colorado Rehabilitation Occupation Medicine.
Was it an MD?
I believe so, yes.
Where did they get the stem cells?
Well, as far as I understand it, it's amniotic.
Then you did not have stem cell treatment.
What's it called again, though? I'm trying to look it up.
CROM, C-R-O-M.
And I feel worse than I did, and it cost me $6,000.
Well, first of all, you got off cheap because most of those clowns, like Dr. Dean Jones and Stem Cell Institute of America, charge way more than that, and they give you fake stem cells. But this one, and here you are only charged $6, which I'm just joking. It's a ripoff, but you didn't get ripped off as bad as the others. But you also, were you actually told though it was real living stem cells?
That's the same thing Jones pushes, man. I'm looking at it.
Well, I don't recall that conversation.
So you didn't think you were getting stem cells then, is what you're saying?
No, I did.
Why?
I did. That was the whole
Why did you think
I went over there?
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Okay, Alberto, we're getting people to truly, do something about it, the authorities in the background, but it's going to take a while. It's not going to help you right now. It's just not. So you really don't have, I mean, you can bring a lawsuit if you can show fraud or you can show that it was misrepresented, but you'd have to show that in writing. So you have to see where it's been misrepresented. Hold on right now because I don't want to run out of time. Speaking of chiropractors who do this fake crap, you can see why I am so happy to have Bright Light Chiropractic. Dr. Mike Hederscheit, no, he doesn't do fake stem cell therapy. He doesn't do the colored lights and the aromatherapy. What he does is just great chiropractic. Finally, a chiropractor who does chiropractic, university and county line. It's really worth the drive if you're even not too far from Highlands Ranch. It's great. BrightenYourFamily.com. This special right now, until he tells me differently, listen to this. The evaluation is normally only $50 with x-rays and everything. That's with a thermal scan and consultation. He's doing them for $21 right now. $21 for the initial consultation. Now, evaluations always cost more than adjustments. This is $21. Now, adjustments start at just $30, and they go up to $50 depending on what you buy. So, University County Line, BrightonYourFamily.com. It's Bright Light Chiropractic. Please look them up, 720-583-4506.
Clinic, man. I don't know why they're not on the log, but
okay, so this is a good time. But Mark, I need to know about the place you looked up, Chrome. What is it? What's the website? I want to look at it.
it is Colorado
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehabilitation.com.
Colorado
Rehabilitation.com.
Do they say?
It says they do PRP and stem cell therapy. I think it's that same brand. What's it called? Let me look here.
Yeah, but some of them have taken stem cell out.
This one did not.
Says it right there.
Well, it's funny. They say stem cell therapy. Really, if you read these, they don't actually say they use stem cell in their literature. They talk about what stem cells can do, but what they do is called stem cell therapy. It's fucking misleading as hell. It says like here.
Stem cell therapy treatments are performed.
But it doesn't say, okay, where does it say they use real stem cells?
Well,
it doesn't. That's my whole point.
Stem cells injections are performed under ultrasonic guidance.
That's true. It is.
Stem cell therapy. Here's what they're saying. With more than 22 years' experience,
I know.
Colorado Rehabilitation Occupational Medicine is a leader in regenerative medicine, offering both stem cell therapy and platelet-rich plasma.
That's right.
Stem cell
Or
therapy.
this does stem cell. It says obtain tissue containing stem cells through a simple procedure that concentrate your own bone marrow.
Oh, he got the real deal. Oh, that's where I recognized it. It's regenerative. That's the other guys. It's the good guys.
Regenerative?
Yeah.
But wait a minute though. If stem cell, if they gave him amniotic fluid though, that is not stem cell therapy.
No, he might have got the.
But they don't do that. But they do that. Yes. But I don't know if they are truly related.
Now that's on the how a stem cell therapy performed. That's what it's under that I just read.
Oh well, if they actually say that, then
they do it correctly. I could have sworn I saw Regenex somewhere here. Maybe I just saw regenerative.
Well, it says where do your stem cells come from? We utilize two types of tissue grafts containing stem cells.
Yeah.
Amniotic tissue grafts and bone marrow grafts. So
bone marrow will get it.
Right, but it's
does it say your own though?
Well, you don't have amniotic.
No. Does it say
we obtain tissue concern? This is how we do it. We get stem cells from tissue, and it says a simple procedure from bone marrow. They don't mention anything. This is how they do it, and they say the marrow contains stem cells, platelets, blah blah blah, and it says or a graft. You're right, of amniotic tissue from a specifically selected and screened donor, which also contains that may be used. Maybe, well, if they have a donor, I mean, if they literally, you can use amniotic fluid in your office. I mean, if they know pregnant women, I guess, but you can't ship amniotic fluid. It will not let it won't live. It's not even allowed.
Right. But it's not even if you have a pregnant lady right here, I don't think it was allowed.
Really? There's nothing in the law right now that prevents you from taking out amniotic fluid and using it. The part is, if you take out amniotic fluid and use it, you will have stem cells, shitloads. But when you ship them, they die. The only way not to die is to concentrate them, and you're not allowed to do that.
Because you're creating a medication, right?
Right, that's exactly right, a drug.
But you're saying you could, if you have a pregnant,
I could take in somebody, a donor, and give me stem cells.
Then why does he, wait a minute, then why does he fly out of the country all the time?
Because what he does is concentrates them.
I got you. And you can't do that legally here.
He literally makes a medicine.
But
it's incredible.
He's
really.
growing your own.
Yeah.
and he does.
No. When he goes out of the country.
No. He may do.
He's using other people.
He may use somebody compatible. If you have the same, he doesn't always use yours.
And that's why he goes out of the country, though. You can't do that here.
Well, I thought, like, say, if you have needed several different injections around there, you needed so many stem cells, so they needed to grow that. I thought they could only do that. That's where it goes that island and stuff. No, I could be wrong.
Listen, I don't know about growing. Never looked into it. But concentrating and the process of from the bone marrow, not just concentrating, there's something else. They take certain factors from the blood and add it to it and take some factors out depending on your condition. They are literally doing a prescription.
When was she mad again? Oh, hell. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I don't know what to tell Alberto. We're looking at this clinic.
Ask him if they took his bone marrow.
This clinic says they do extract cells from your body. That's what they say. Alberto, did they draw any blood from you or any bone marrow from you?
No, they did not.
Okay. Are these doctors or chiropractors?
I believe they're doctors.
MDs?
Yes.
Okay. You need to call them back and get information. I'm going to...
Dr. Miller that did it.
I'm going to ask, well, here's what you need to do. You need to ask very simple questions. You say, look, I want information, okay? And I need information, and I want straightforward information. Was I given stem cell therapy containing living stem cells? That's your first question. I hope you're writing them down. The second,
yes, I am.
Where did you obtain the living stem cells? Okay? And then three, what do you do when it doesn't work and I have no results and I feel bad? Where's your pain, Alberto?
In the back.
Lower back, upper back?
Yeah, it's between the lower and the mid back.
Okay.
You know what?
Have you ever tried anything else?
I have physical therapy. I've done chiropractic, and I've done injections.
What kind of injections?
Steroid injections.
Yeah, they're gonna deteriorate after a while your joints. Were you ever given a diagnosis?
Yes.
What was it?
It's a combination of a few things. It's degenerative bone.
Right.
And arthritis and a couple of other things. It's not bone on bone, so I know that because he did take an MRI.
Listen, call and get some pointed, directed information and call us back. And then I would try chiropractic again. I don't know if you love your chiropractor. Was it helping you at all?
Temporarily. It just kind of fixed it.
Okay.
For the day or so, but
and did the chiropractor do real adjustments?
Yes.
Good. Okay. You may want to try Bright Light Chiropractic or someone you love that already love. But here's another thing. Really, a lot of times there is no answer except, of course, the genuine stem cell. But even genuine stem cell may not work for all back problems. And really, Centeno Schultz, honest to God, is the only one I would trust to give you that accurate diagnosis because they're not charlatans. They're not flim-flam artists.
They got a free seminar tomorrow.
They have a seminar. When
they can call 303-963-9201. Sign up. You can ask them all the questions.
Please, sign up for that. And we'll tell you more about it next hour. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want excellence in...
Tell Alberto to call us back when he
Alberto!
I feel bad. You guys, oh God almighty, they're real off. What's wrong with you?
So they'll get up there and respect it.
Me and Dan were thinking of selling stem
cells. Oh, wait,
cells.
I didn't tell him anything about my tattoo. You just put it up there.
And Excel can even help you negotiate with the adjuster.
Should I put it on there? Guess what it is?
Contract with Excel.
Should I put it on there? Guess what it is?
Because if you change your mind, that's because they're confident they can keep.
You should have got the troubleshooter symbol. It's kind of
tribal. Don't pay a penny until you're happy. They don't do any of those tricks. What they do is they'll help you assess the damage on your roof free of
You got like hair growing out of your
Troubleshooter.com right across your arm.
detailed contract. They will fight
What's that?
for that claim. They will
Actually, if I had a bunch of hair growing out of my ear, I wouldn't shave it.
is done. That's
Would
what
you?
is done.
Do you shave your ears yet?
Shave it or pull if I got
You
any.
just pull them right out? No. I mean, in your.
Oh,
Have you ever seen people that have big old hair?
monkeys.
Coco!
Oh, you forgot that. What was it here again about your trivia?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever give me lunch?
So this one, do you remember the episode where Kramer gets kidnapped? They think he's dead and they throw him into the fucking river. They throw him into the Hudson.
Oh.
He wakes up in the Hudson underwater because they toss him off the pier.
Because he dies underneath his girlfriend, who was married to his dad.
Well, his girlfriend thought he was dead. So she calls her brother. The brother comes over. He's sleeping so heavily, they think he's dead. So they throw him into the Hudson.
Because she was married.
Oh.
And he was a like a mafia type of dude.
Yeah, but Kramer, I don't think knew any of this shit. I don't remember. So, but at the very end, after they come back, that last little extra part at the end of the episode, she calls up Jackie.
That's right. I remember that now. You're right.
And says, they think I was trying to murder this guy. I was just arrested. And she goes, Cosmo, no, who was it? He goes, oh, this guy named Kramer. Cosmo Kramer? I don't want to touch it. Click.
But there was another one he was on, too, that you forgot to mention.
Okay, let me think here. Definitely the last episode.
The coffee.
The coffee, the cigarettes.
The cigarettes, the finale. No, this one.
Okay.
It's a very good one.
Is it the one with the...
back there on the...
Marlboro, no.
This is very good. All I got to do is say...
You talking about the lawyer?
Yeah.
What about the pants one?
Pants.
Didn't he, try to return some pants that he was wearing?
The same pants that he was wearing?
The very pants
I was trying to... No, the lawyer wasn't in that. No. That's Mr. Peterman.
Yeah,
that's when he was selling his stories to Peterman.
I love that story.
It was...
the new business hat.
I could give you a clue. And what
she was wearing a bra walking down the street.
And this is what I like about Jackie Sales. What the saying did they use?
If the bra doesn't fit, you must have quit.
And who told them to try on the bra?
That's right, I forgot about that. Stan the caddy. Stan, you make this. I like how Kramer won't let his attorney do it. He has Stan the caddy make the call. Stan goes, I do it.
Go for him.
So Jackie goes try on the bra.
And she goes, doesn't fit.
If the bra doesn't fit, you must have quit. Can you imagine suing somebody because they were walking down the street? Now, why did she have just a bra?
Because Elaine bought that for her birthday to try to embarrass her. Like to embarrass her because she didn't wear a bra. And she wore it on top.
She wore it as a...
And Elaine goes, you know, that's not a top.
Would that break any rules in Denver, you think, if you're on the 13th Street Mall, just a woman wearing nothing but a bra?
Oh, it'd be fine.
I think it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It was like wearing T-shirts.
Very small T-shirt. When you wear a bra, no, you would wear a what?
A bro.
Or a man's ear.
A bro is a little ethnic.
The man's ear.
That's a good term. Why didn't they wear
I like when Frank goes, go get your bra so we can show them.
She goes, what hole was taking her so long? I'd be in and out there. You got the hooks, you got the sides, you got the cups. You know about the cups. Where's cups? You know the cups. And then George goes, yeah, I know about the cups. You got the A, you got the B. What is the B? It's Velcro. It's fancy. No, I'm going to go take my kids' lunch. Oh, wait, that's what he said.
Right after the show, I'm going to go, and then I'll come back.
Now,
Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Help me if you can.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Fix-It 24/7. Hey, what's on your mind today? We love solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. We have so many cases that we take off the air, and then we slowly get to the end. Not always slowly, but I mean we meticulously, I should say, really pay attention to detail and try to solve these problems. We're truly here on the air to help people and to promote good people. That's what we do. And thank God I've been able to make this a career, and in Denver alone going on 40 years. So thank you, everyone. And if you're new in town, you're going to love this show. I hope to keep going as long as I can. Now, Fix-It 24/7 is one of our many wonderful sponsors. I think it's my responsibility. If we're going to bring down fire on the bad guys, I should have some good guys to tell you about. And Fix-It 24/7, they're doing something that I think right now we're not near cold weather, but you have no pressure on you right now at all. So please, this is the time to take Fix-It up on their clean and tune your furnace. Now, you can do your air conditioner too, one or the other, and it's only $39. You get such an incredible value. It's usually way more than this. They're doing it for $39, and it's a full absolute inspection, and it's really a dismantling to the extent they can, and then they lubricate and adjust and reassemble and clean. Dirt's the #1 killer of furnaces and air conditioners, and with the air conditioners they get into the condenser, they get into the coils, they check pressures. So give them a call, $39, and unfortunately it's only 10 furnace or 10 air. So pick which one you want, $39, give them a call, and only 10. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. All right, so that stem cell clinic going on, the stem cell seminar, is when, Mark? Just because people are asking.
Tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow night?
It is tomorrow, I believe, at 4 o'clock.
And it's in Broomfield, or they're...
Oh, 6 o'clock in Broomfield.
6 o'clock.
Yes.
It's free, no obligation. Give the number.
303-963-9201. Just call, register. It's free. The cool part is, you know, they'll tell you, if it's bone on bone, these guys don't lie. They're going to say it's not going to do you any good. That's what I like about them.
It's not going to cure, but could do some good.
Could help.
Yeah, it could. But that's the point. They'll be honest about it. Okay, welcome. Let's talk to Nicole. Hi, Nicole. I'm Tom Martino, and I'm hoping I can help you. What's going on?
Hi, Don.
Hi. What's going on?
I'm calling because I recently rented a townhome.
Yeah.
And when the lady had asked me to sign the lease, she told me to meet her at her unit. So
now, Nicole, when was this?
Yes. This was, I'd say, a couple weeks ago.
And how did you find the place?
A friend of mine lives in the development.
Okay. And it was supposed to be effective August 1st?
It was effective about a week before August 1st. The lease started August 1st, but she did prorate the rent for the last week of July.
Oh, so it was for August 1st lease, but you got an early move-in and you were paying for it.
Correct.
Okay, so what went wrong?
Okay, so upon signing the lease at her place, before seeing the place, the repairs completed.
Now, did you see it before the repairs?
I did go in and see it for just a few minutes and walk around and kind of just look at the size of it and stuff like that.
And who came up with the repairs that were needed? Like, how did you know, Nicole, what needed to be done? You said you saw it before the repairs were done. Did she tell you repairs are in process, or did you find things and said, I want them to repaired? How did the repairs come into the picture?
Somebody had just moved out. And she told me we'll fix the place up and get it ready for rental.
Did she mention any specific repairs?
She did not know.
Okay, so what happened then?
Okay, so I was kind of obligated to sign the lease at her place and get myself into a binding document prior to seeing the repairs done. I was told that the place was painted. I was told new carpeting was put in. I was told the place was ready to be
Now, when you say told, was this in any kind of writing or email?
No.
Okay.
No.
She said, hey, Nicole, by the way, new carpet, new this, new that, blah, blah, blah.
Because I had called her and I said, hey, what's the ETA on when I'm going to move in?
Right.
Because the date kept changing. And she had told me, oh, I'm waiting on the carpet guy, new carpet's being put in. It kind of went on like that.
Okay, then what happened?
So when I got there, I signed the lease, and when I got the keys to my unit, I went over. And I was just kind of checking the place out, and as I got to the bottom of the staircase, my foot dipped into the floor in the corner. And I'm like, this isn't structural. Something's wrong with this.
Yeah.
So, okay, I kept walking the unit. Okay, note to self, need to mention that. Kept walking around the unit.
Yeah.
And I went to tug on my sliding glass door, like to make sure that it locked correctly. And upon tugging on it, the whole sliding glass door frame was pulling away with the wall.
So this was your walkthrough, basically, after you signed.
Correct.
Okay. So then,
So
did you ever occur to you to say, hey, by the way, let me run up and do a walkthrough before I sign this lease? Did you ever think about doing that?
I thought about doing that. I actually asked her, can we meet at my unit to sign the lease?
Yeah.
And she said, you come, because I had texted her that. And I said, where are we signing the lease?
Okay,
and
we don't have to get into all of that. Bottom line is, you did think about it but didn't do it. And here's the deal. I'm not saying that's a deal killer. I'm just saying I know the pressure, Nicole, because it's hard to get a rental. So I'm not trying to preach to you and saying, well, I would have done that. But here's the deal. It's going to be a little more difficult. That doesn't mean she shouldn't repair things, but here's the problem after the lease. The only things we can really enforce, are health and safety, or structural, like really bad stuff, not just what you don't like. Before the lease, you can do whatever you want because it's negotiable. Right now, I'm not saying it's going to get this way, but if push comes to shove, we can only enforce the stuff that's considered under habitability. So anyway,
well, I ended up not moving in. The thing. I told her that I wasn't satisfied with the place. I said that.
But when you went back and said, hey, what date was this where you did this walkthrough?
Give me 1 second, please.
Sure, just roughly. This walkthrough.
Okay, so I did the walkthrough on.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me just 1 second, I can let you know. That was on.
Yeah.
Why can't I see?
Just roughly. Last week of July?
July 23rd to be
okay. All right. Now, on July 23rd, when you said, I'm not satisfied, did you say, I'm not moving in, or did you at least say, can you get it fixed? What did you tell her then?
On July 23rd, I called her.
Yeah, what did you say? What did you say?
I told her, I said, there's a dip in the bottom of the flooring, like at the bottom of the staircase, and the sliding glass door is pulling away from the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Or the frame is pulling away from the wall.
What did she say?
And she just said, okay, well, we'll get somebody in there, like, to fix it, da-da-da-da-da, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, when? And she was like, at their convenience. And I'm like, okay, but I'm already paying prorated rent. I can't move in. The place isn't, structurally sound.
Did you mention, well, I wouldn't say it's not structurally sound, but are there other things you mentioned as well?
Well, I mean, I said little things that were wrong with the place.
Okay.
She was like, you're being picky and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not trying to be picky.
Well, it's obvious that it's not a marriage made in heaven. So, Nicole, here's the bottom line. How much did you put down when you signed it?
So, a total of $2,700. I put $1,200 down for a deposit.
$1,200.
I did get some of it back, Tom. I put $1,200 security deposit. I wrote her a post-dated check for August's rent for $1,200.
Okay.
And I paid $310 for prorated rent for July.
$310. Now, may I ask how much you got back?
I got my post-dated check for August back of $1,200, and I did get my $310 in cash back. They still have my $1,200 security deposit.
Yeah, that's a little unreasonable.
I did talk to her, and she told me, "Oh, we're going to give it back," you know. And I said, "Okay." When
here's the problem. Technically, and I'm telling you this. I'm not going to tell her this, but I mean, you did sign it, and it was executable, and I don't think that you had a habitability issue. I don't think you could have evicted yourself and claimed it was unsafe. I think that she could have. I think she can press you she could have enforced the frickin' lease. I mean, until she rented it again. It would be terrible if this woman wanted to play hardball. Right now, $1,200 is a lot of money, okay? And yeah, but the good thing is she undid the lease. Now the argument is at least limited to only $1,200. I'm hoping the fact that she gave you back the rent and the $310, the $1,200 plus the $310, that that's terminating the lease, which is good for you. Now the $1,200 is going to be argued. Did she have a loss? Because if she can't rent it out and she doesn't rent it out for August, you may have a big argument. What were you hoping we would do? We don't mind calling and negotiating something, but it's a hard one, Nicole. You understand that, right?
No, I do. The thing is, Tom, is that they will not stay on the phone. I called her. I politely asked her.
Well, we can do that. We can keep her on the phone.
I said the law
Let's
is...
try to get her on. Hold on. What did you tell her? What did you tell her the law was?
I told her I had spoken to a lawyer, and the law said, my lawyer told me that they have 10 days to return your deposit.
Nicole, that's not entirely true. Exactly. Okay. Now, it is and it isn't.
Could be in the lease.
He's kind of smart. No, what I'm saying is this. Remember this, above all. You kind of breached the lease. But the good part is she has no proof you breached the lease. Do you know what I mean? She really doesn't have any proof. Because according to what's the paper trail, it looks like she canceled the lease. I mean, honest to God, it does. Unless you have an email or something, it looks like she just returned your money. Did she return your money with an email or with any written explanation?
No, sir.
Okay. Then it looks like, Mark, it looks like she gave the deposit money back, or excuse me, the rent back, and the $310, and it looks like she said to her, the lease is off. If she did, then technically she has whatever time the lease gave her to give your money back.
There's only a maximum, I think, of 30 or 60 days.
No, by law, it's 30, can be extended to 60 maximum by lease. So, if the lease says 30, she has 30. If the lease says 60, she has 60. But here's the thing your attorney's talking about. On a month-to-month verbal, she has 10 days. But you can't have it. You can't have it always. It's either month-to-month verbal, which, if that's what he's saying it was, that she kind of converted it. I would rather he take the position that she canceled the lease altogether. Period. And there is no 10 days, and there is no 30 days, and there is no 60 days. She simply has to return it because she canceled the lease. Nicole, the worst thing you can do is to tell your whole story to somebody. That's the worst thing. Here's your story. You ready? Here's the story. I put down a deposit and rent for this apartment. She was supposed to take care of some things. She could not do it in time, so she gave my money back. And for some strange reason, she's keeping the $1,200. If you say it any other way, you're going to lose. And it's all true. You put down the money. She was supposed to fix it. She could not do it in time. So she gave you back all but your deposit. And for the life of me, Your Honor, I have no idea why she's keeping the deposit. Now, she's going to say, oh, no, Your Honor, she canceled the lease. And you say, oh, no, I didn't. I was perfectly willing to move in. But she couldn't get it ready. Do you understand the dynamic I'm trying to give to you? Don't ever tell...
I do. That's not true, but...
It's totally true. You were willing to move in had she fixed it. I guess, Nicole, this doesn't want to...
That was odd.
Nicole is her own worst enemy at this point. Thank you for calling, Nicole. If people truly, honest to God, listen to what I just said, I recast and reframed the problem that was totally honest and was winnable. 303-713-TALK. Angela, I'm going to take you about your mold. Where's the mold?
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Good. Angela, where's the mold?
So the mold is in the basement of a unit that I rented. I no longer live in the unit.
Okay, then hang on and I'll come right back to you. I wanted to know if you were living there or not. That's good that you're not. We'll come back and see what we can do to help you. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney. If you ever get hurt in an auto accident or anyway, listen, I'm not saying you start a lawsuit, but here's what I am saying. After you take care of course, your health and all of that, all right, call John Fuller, no matter what. Because you never know when a lawsuit might show up at your door. Or you may have a lawsuit where you are entitled to damages. No matter what, if you're injured, call him for free information, 303-597-4500. He's not going to charge you. He's not going to try to get you in the office or get you to sign up. But if you do hire him, you only pay if he collects. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. personalinjuryco.com, and on my referral list at referrallist.com.
This report is brought to you by Furniture Row at I-25 and 58.
So that lady had sent an email I just seen here before, the one that they were driving on her property.
Crap. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did she say?
She takes the worst freaking pictures I ever see. You can't even use.
Why did Nicole say that was untrue, what I told her to do? Mark? I mean, do you realize she was perfectly willing to rent the property, but the woman could not get it done in time?
What's the deal? What do you
I don't know what fence she's talking about that she put up. Here's the thing, I guess, where they're trying to park it in.
Oh,
that thing.
God almighty.
So it's got to be a code violation anyway.
Well,
it depends what neighborhood.
Yeah.
That thing's huge, though, isn't
It
it?
is huge.
It's ugly.
It is ugly.
It's huge and ugly.
But I mean, I guess they're dry. I don't know what.
What is she talking about? The fence?
I have no idea. She takes these stupid ass pictures. Are people just dumb when they try to put
Is
their
she
point?
saying she put this fence in so now they can't park or something? I don't get it.
Oh, that looks like an old fence.
She said she moved
Okay,
the fence.
well, this is apparently here.
Tell me who's who.
She's getting sued.
She's getting sued, and they say
Well,
it's,
hold on, just tell me what it is. What
well,
am
I
looking
believe that's what she's trying to do. She didn't do it very good. I think they're trying to park the thing.
Call her up and
So,
ask her.
the neighbor, she put up this fence.
That looks old.
That's all I can think.
That looks very
What's
old.
What's her number?
This is.
What's her number, Dan? I'm going to call her.
Is this her property, or is this her property?
No, I believe this is her property.
And this is the line.
I assume.
So, but what
I don't understand any part of
Yes,
it.
I
neither
know.
do I.
What's
Neither
her
do I.
number so I can call her
Okay.
and ask her?
I don't know what we're looking at.
She didn't leave it. She didn't leave it. I agree. I don't know either and stuff.
Is she on?
She didn't leave her number. Hopefully Daphne's got it. She didn't.
Is it one Daff called or did she call in? Do you know?
No, she called in. I just looked back on the old emails and stuff, and this was there, and this is the one. But she did this a terrible. But okay, so and then you asked her about what are they saying on it. She says right here they're doing property by estoppel, is what they're calling it, Tom.
Well, that just means.
What does she call it?
Property by estoppel.
She was asking a rule.
Okay. By estoppel means
that
it was understood.
Verbal.
It was understood.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well, kind of, yeah. It was understood.
So, and you asked her, and
But
she
let me
says, I
see-
don't know.
Let me see where it says that.
Right there, right. Easement, overuse, bias.
That attorney's a moron. God almighty.
So it's her.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Go Cam Solar. Go Cam Solar. GoCamSolar.com will get you a form. You fill it out, and you put a /troubleshooter, and they'll give a free analysis of your lot. If you're looking for a free analysis based on true solar radiation, your roof line, and an algorithm that puts it all together, it'll give you a 20-year performance prediction, and they guarantee it if you want solar. There's no obligation. It's a free analysis. If you ever wondered about solar, because there's no money out of pocket, tax bennies and low-interest financing gets you no money out of pocket except small monthly payments lower than your electric bill. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. Okay, so this is odd. We have people who call, and I gave them a complete perfect strategy. It wasn't even changing anything. It was just how they call it, how to frame something. If she went in and said, Your Honor, I don't want to rent this place because it didn't meet to my approval, they had a dip at the bottom of the stairs and the door came off and it wasn't safe and it was unstructural, tough. You signed the lease. You signed the lease. You understand that? You lose. And I hope you're listening because you lose. But if you go in and said, I was perfectly willing to rent it, but the repairs were not done. She couldn't get it done in time, so she gave me back my deposit, or excuse me, my rent, and she gave me back some of the deposit, but she's keeping $1,200. Why? She's the one that breached. Do you understand? You never ever admit stuff where you're a nut. Angela says there is mold in the basement. You used to live in the place. So what brings today's call, Angela?
Well, I kind of feel like I'm entitled to getting some of my money back.
Okay, when did you leave?
Okay, so I moved out at the beginning of July, but I still paid rent in July just to keep everything kosher.
When was your lease up?
My lease was up on July 31st.
Okay, so why did you move? You weren't going to renew the lease, right?
Well, so that's the thing, is we were actually going to renew the lease until we saw how bad the mold was.
And when you saw how bad it was, when was this?
So, the recent sighting of it was in probably early June before our inspection. So they do a yearly inspection.
Okay, so when you saw this mold in June, you said, hey, this is way too bad, I'm not going to renew. Is that basically what you were thinking?
I mean, actually, we kind of thought, we gave them hope. We're like, maybe they'll care about their house and they'll fix it.
Okay.
So we actually, off the bat, we're not planning to not renew. We're like, okay, we need to tell her about this mold, and we sent her photographs. She actually came to the inspection and saw it.
Let me ask you an important question. Did you ever sign a renewal, even though you didn't want to?
No.
Okay, good.
So there's no renewal.
When did you have to tell her you were not renewing, or could you just let the lease run out?
So we had to tell her by June 30th, and I believe we waited until June 29th and then told her that we were not going to.
Good. So you did everything right.
I mean, yes, and so the thing is, before we moved in, too, I had a weird feeling about mold in the basement just because of the smell, and so I have all these text messages with her, like asking her, like, Donna, please make sure that this mold is not an issue, like, it's a very big concern for us, and I have text messages from her saying, there's no mold.
By the way, was this toxic mold, do you know? Was it toxic, black mold?
It's black mold.
Not the color. Was it toxic? Did you have it tested?
So it has not been tested.
Okay.
But according to someone who saw a photo of it, who does deal with water damage, she said it was likely toxic mold.
Okay, so Angela, if you moved out, if you let her know by June 29th, as you were supposed to, or by June 30th, you let her know the 29th you're not renewing, and if you moved out in July and you paid for July's rent, you did everything right. So what are you calling about?
I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to mess this up and go straight to her and have her, like, freak out.
But you've done everything right. Are you looking to sue her or to get something from her?
I kind of feel like I kind of feel like I definitely want my deposit back.
Whoa. Is she keeping your deposit?
I have a feeling she's going to be the type of landlord that's going to keep the deposit.
But you paid for all of July's rent.
Correct, yeah, I paid the...
What reason would she keep your deposit? How much is your deposit?
$19.85.
Why would she keep it? Give me a reason why she would... What would she use to keep...
I think she would say... She would try and come back with something saying that there's pet damage.
Okay.
There's really not, but she just seems like the type of landlord that would make a list of,
now,
here's things
I'm going to give you some suggestions, and that is, try to make the argument as simple as possible. Here's what it is. You did everything right, even though you lived with this problem for a year, and when it was finally evident she wasn't going to fix it, you let her know on the 29th you were leaving, and there is no reason for her to keep your deposit. I would not get into detail about how sick or toxic or this or that, because you don't have proof, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is you should get your deposit back, unless you did damage. It's that easy. I would not even involve the mold thing. It has nothing to do with this story other than you lived with it. But really, did you have any pet damage?
No.
Okay.
There really isn't.
How long does your lease give her to return the deposit?
60 days. So I've got until the end of September to kind of wait it out.
Now, she has to, if she's going to keep any part of it, give you a detailed description. Don't tell her that, because if she does it wrong, you're going to get it back by default. So you have to wait, and you can get back in touch with us. I will remember. And then when you get your notice, one way or the other, if you get your notice and it's not proper, she's going to lose by default. If she gives you a notice, then we're going to have to talk about how to fight it if it's unfair. That's all we can do.
Got it. And then do you think I should try and go after that last month of July's rent?
Now, I was going to say, if it truly was uninhabitable and you did not live there, yes. But that's difficult. You're saying it was uninhabitable without any proof.
Even though,
photos.
yeah, but photos are not proof unless you could have a test now that would show it. You need, Angela, no matter how much you're sure of something, we have learned this over all these years of court. Honest to God, a court looks at you and they laugh. It doesn't matter. If you had 10 experts saying that those photographs look like black mold, and the landlord said our air tests show no mold, I mean, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have facts to back up your statements. So if you say, and I always say, Your Honor, if you say to the court, we had no choice but to leave for our health, and we were given no choice, so we left early, we should get that rent back, it was uninhabitable, then the next thing out of your mouth should be, and here is the proof. So okay. I just think, Angela, truly, unless you can get your hands on some data that shows it was toxic and dangerous, not an opinion based on a photo, you really, truly, because you can't even authenticate the photo and when it was taken and how it was taken, I think that is a long shot at best. That's all I'm saying. A long shot. 303-713-TALK. Now, Patrick came to us at first and said he had some emotional problems, struggled with depression, tried to get a job, he couldn't keep a job. We gave him advice, we invited him into the show, we diagnosed him as failure to launch basically, and just needed a swift kick in the butt and some help and some support. We showed him we cared about him. Truly we did. We helped him, advised him. He got a job. We got him even out of a bad car deal. We offered him cash, baby. And then we said we'd give him cash based on the fact that he stays at a job a certain amount of time, except he said he got injured. He hired an attorney. He sued his boss. The whole thing is a mess, and it seems like a dark cloud follows Patrick. However, we don't have anything against Patrick. And he needs our advice again.
He's actually a decent kid.
He is a decent kid, and he wants some advice, so we're going to give him some. I'm sorry that Lisa with the camper hung up. We're trying to help her, but did you have her number, Daphne? I hope. Okay, so Patrick, what's going on with you?
So I'm here on the Job Corps Center.
Oh, good. How long have you been at Job Corps?
I've been here for, this is now my 3rd week.
Very good. Very good. What can we do for you, Patrick?
So I was looking at the trades they offer, and I learned that the automotive one probably would not be the best fit for me due to the fact I still do not have my license.
Your driver's license?
Correct.
Why don't you have your driver's license?
I owe money due to a no insurance.
Oh, okay.
Accident.
All right. So anyway, I don't know what that has to do with getting your certificate for a mechanic. That's a great career path.
Yes.
But why can't you? I don't understand why you can work on cars.
Yes, their requirements to get into the automotive program is to have a driver's license.
Okay, now I understand. So what else is there?
The 2 trades I'm having trouble deciding from are the manufacturing trade, which kind of teaches you how to put stuff together, such as machining, welding, composite materials, and the other one is just machining trade. I'm just trying to figure out what would be
machining. Yeah. Machining is a great trade. Now, a lot of the machining is going away, the conventional machining. Are they teaching you CNC machines and stuff like that?
Yes, CNC, mills.
Absolutely. Patrick, if you truly learned machining and the technology behind it, it's a no-lose.
Okay.
But you have to really like it. Now, welding is also a great trade, but machining is just a notch up, and I don't mean intelligence, I don't mean anything, I mean in the overall corporate world, it would be a notch up.
Okay.
So, what's involved in this, Patrick? You go to this class, is there any charge to you for it?
Nope, they actually pay me to be here, so it's like a job.
And Patrick, how do you get there every day?
I actually live here on Center.
How, I got to tell you, man, you lucked out on this one. How'd you find out about Job Corps?
I researched it on the internet.
I want you to stick to it. How long is this going to take?
The program the machining trade, if I decide to go into that one, which you're kind of helping make my mind up for which one I want to go into, if I do not bust my butt and keep going, it can take up to 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Well,
but if I really work into it, I can probably complete sooner than 6 months.
yeah. Don't do it faster than you can comprehend and make your own. Okay, don't do it fast just to do it fast. Don't milk it either. Just do it like you love it. And please, please start to love it and look at the benefits of it and look at the future applications of it. While you're learning, look at what accomplished machining does. You will have a skill that will be hireable under almost any economy. So I want you to check in with us. When do you start training?
I will have at least 2 more weeks before I start training.
And what do you do during those 2 weeks?
So I finished this week off, which is they call it career prep, and then next week I go into what they call center support, which means I help clean the center.
Good. Good.
And then
do everything like you love it, Patrick. This is do you understand? You were about to be homeless. You don't have a driver's license. Now you can live there, you can work there, you can learn there, and you get paid there. Do you understand what a blessing this is?
It's a very good blessing.
Yeah.
And it's under the Department of Labor, so it's
okay.
The Department of Labor funded program.
What a great, you know what a great government program. So check in with us when you start. Like, I want to get your impression of your first day of training, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hey, Mark, that's pretty damn good.
We should have him call back, too, when he quits.
Oh, stop. Stop, Mark. Come on. Lisa, what's going on with you, Lisa?
Hi, Tom. I have a camper that I purchased in 2016, April of 2016.
Yes, Lisa.
And I've had problems with it from the very beginning. It's
what kind of camper?
Camper trailer.
Papa.
And it has a slide out.
Now, when did you purchase it?
April of 2016.
Okay, was it new or used?
It was new.
New? Okay, that makes it easier. Where'd you buy it?
Kettleson Campers.
And what's the name, the brand on the camper?
It is a Viking.
Okay, hold on a second. We got all the vitals. We're going to talk about it. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. What a genius he is when it comes to negotiating. People don't believe it because he's such a mild-mannered guy. You might think, hey, I can do the job. No. Frank knows how to list your home for a price that's not the highest. It's not the lowest. It's one that will get a lot of action, and then you end up getting more in the end than you would if you listed it higher. He calls it price bracketing. He also does negotiating when you go to buy. I love Frank as a person and as a professional. He's unsurpassed. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Is this a good, man, he fell on his stepping shit, as they say. Yeah, okay. No, I'm not saying Mark he's going to be a glowing success, but what he has is a brilliant opportunity. Yeah. Well, you can't argue that.
Are you going to give him $600 if he gets through the course?
It's a brilliant opportunity. What's that?
You give him $600 if he...
Isn't it a great opportunity, Mark? Isn't it?
Musk began talking with the board about the move last week, which included discussing how
Say it again now,
It's a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity, but he doesn't seem to ever accept great opportunity.
What happens? I'd like to know if he drops out.
Nothing. It's a government deal.
Well, not like the military. You don't just drop out of the military.
Let's not forget who we're talking about. He went to the military. Such a downer. He left the military.
No, he didn't. He got booted out.
Well, exactly.
How do you get booted out without a dishonorable?
Oh,
Because
first
he
of
was
all,
a mental.
he was right. You can get. There's many discharges. Bad. Dishonorable, you got to pretty much kill somebody or rape somebody.
That's not true.
Absolutely. Dishonorable, you got to do something really bad.
You don't have to just kill or rape somebody.
You're pretty much prison time. It's dishonorable. There's a bad conduct discharge. It's also very bad.
How about simply AWOL? You're gone for a month. I bet they kick your fucking ass out.
Give you a BCD. Yeah, they could give you a dishonorable.
Oh, you don't think so?
And there's something in general called other than honorable.
Right.
So there's
bad
a million
conduct.
reasons.
There's a general. There's a medical. A general is even not good. You got to be pretty fucked up to get a general discharge. For the bad dishonorable, you got to pretty much kill or rape.
So you're saying,
I'm saying
if I took a bazooka and killed a family of puppies and then slaughtered and threw cats into the river,
general.
That's just the general. How about if I'm selling M16s that I found laying around the base? Were you allowed, like when you came back? I know you didn't, but when people came back from Nam, could you bring your guns and shit? How about your knives? Did you get to keep? What did you get to keep that was issued to you besides the uniform?
They're supposed to keep?
No, what did you keep?
Gas mask, helmet.
You have a gas mask? Where the hell did you get that? What they issued it?
No, I think it was just I can't even remember where I got it. No, they don't. You don't get anything you issue, you get back. I don't know why.
Well, people always, like my dad has his uniforms, his old Navy sailor
uniforms are, right, you get it, but
those are issued. You just said anything issued.
Well, like,
how about when they issued food? You get back your food?
We refund it.
Killing them. How about your shoes?
Your shoes. But you got
Why do they
after
allow?
your first pair.
That's what I don't understand. On YouTube or any other site in the world, you can't use copyrighted photos. But Pinterest allows you to copy photos and use them all the time, and you don't get in trouble. Why is that? You can go on Pinterest, and anything you see on the internet, post to your pin. Why?
Probably because, geez, I don't know, man. Are you sure that's the deal?
No, it is, Mark. Pinterest, people just take recipe pictures, they take pictures. And believe me, I know they're Getty images, many of them.
Maybe because they're not using them for
I don't know.
any form of income.
Hi, Tom Martino here. If you have problems with a new camper that you bought in April of 2016, is it under warranty? First question, Lisa. I'm Tom Martino. We have plenty of time for calls, and right now you can get right through at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And Mark Trenner is the guy you call if you need someone to help you with an invention or a copyright. Mark Trenner, Trenner Law. Don't spend money on these lying, cheating ripoffs on the internet, the 1-800 invention submission places. Mark Trenner, remember that name? He's on the referral list, 720-221-3708. Okay, so is it under warranty, Lisa?
I believe we purchased the extended warranty under the Route 66.
What's the normal one, though, the normal warranty?
It was a year.
Okay.
Like the manufacturer's year warranty.
Okay, and you say you believed you purchased it. Did you or not?
Yeah, well, actually, I looked at my contract, and I paid, actually, it was $1,100 for it, and it's the Route 66. And the first time I took it in to get repaired, it was even stated that probably, well, I took it within the first year,
What's wrong with it?
Warranty, and they supposedly worked on problems with it.
What's wrong with it?
Well, the very first trip we took, the spare tire completely flew off, and luckily we didn't injure anybody. We were on the highway when it came off.
Now, did you get it? Is it now fixed where you can attach a spare or not?
It is, and actually they put we did get a new spare because the whole bracket flew off.
Let's talk about what's wrong with it now, something that has not been fixed, and really the reason you're calling. You're kind of ticked off. How much did you pay for this, Lisa?
It was $13,000.
Okay, we're not talking
pennies. Well, and that was actually, the total price was $15,000. We actually put a trade in, so.
Okay, so listen, this is not pennies. This is a pretty good camper. So I want to know, what is wrong with it today that we can help you with?
Okay, so the camper has a dinette slide out, and so every time we've taken it out, the slide out comes out in transit. So it comes out.
You mean it starts creeping? It starts creeping out while you're driving?
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty unnerving.
Yeah, it is.
I've taken it in 3 different times to get that corrected. It was the first summer that we had it, so it was under warranty, and they said they corrected it. So then...
Is it doing it now? Is it doing it now?
Well, it did at the beginning of the summer, so I took it back in, and I took it in twice.
Is it fixed, though? Lisa, the important thing is, I'm asking for things that are still a problem, because we want to target the problems.
Okay, now the slide out won't even open.
Oh my gosh.
Something's wrong with the latch.
Basically that slide out has been giving you trouble the whole time.
Correct.
Okay. And what else? So I'm gonna write that down. So the slide out basically is a big problem. What else?
That's pretty much it.
That's major.
And the first year the refrigerator didn't work, so they fixed that too. But it just seems like there's been problems after problems.
You know what? I'm going to tell you,
RVs
have problems. They all do. It doesn't matter what they are. Listen, I had RVs that were so expensive, and I had ones that are cheap, and every single one of them have problems. It doesn't mean they're crap. It just means when you put all this stuff in a thing and run it down the road, there are problems. However, if you have a warranty, they should address them. When's the last time you talked to them about the slide out?
Last month. I took it in.
What did they do?
Well, they had it for a week, and the slide. Actually, and another thing has been the lift system. It was kind of sticking. It was sticking. It would when I would crank it down, it would.
What do they say about it? Are they fixing it?
Every time I take it in, they say that. Well, the last time I took it in, they said they don't understand how it's coming out. So.
But right now, it doesn't open at all. Is it normally a power open? It opens with power?
No, it has a latch to it. So.
And now what do you unlatch it and pull it out? Is that how it works?
Yes.
And it's not working. You cannot pull it out.
No, I was camping. I went camping this summer, this last weekend.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come out.
Okay. 303-713-TALK. Here's what we need to do. We need to figure out why. Now, if you have a third-party warranty, it seems to me you don't have to keep going back to the dealer. Is that what you're doing? You keep going back to the dealer?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
What dealer?
Kettleson.
And where is Kettleson located?
In Wheat Ridge. Okay.
Have you tried? I'm thinking you have an aftermarket warranty, and it's not limited to Kettleson. Does it say you have to go back to Kettleson?
No, it doesn't.
It's a Route 66 warranty.
Colorado.
And Tom,
yes.
Kettleson has sold to Freedom Roads.
Yeah. That doesn't matter when it comes to her warranty, though. I mean, she bought that warranty. It's a third-party warranty, and I'm looking at it, and it looks like they pretty much protect things. I don't know what's wrong with it. What I would do before I do anything, I would go to an independent. It's pretty obvious that this Kettleson place, they don't have a very good service department. How long ago was it sold, Dav?
I'm not sure how long, but I did leave a message for their media relations person.
And you know what?
Yeah,
that's a lot of.
When I took it in the first time at the beginning of the summer,
yeah.
They did make a comment that, yeah, they had been sold to another company, so they didn't have record of me going in the year before.
But you do have a record of your warranty, is that right?
Yeah, I have. Well, I have my sales receipt, that we purchased it. So.
But I mean, you don't have a warranty number or anything about it on Route 66.
Let's see what that is.
What you need to do is you need to try to document your warranty. You have a receipt, but how do we know they even paid for the warranty?
Okay, so it does look Route 66 Classic Plus coverage.
Good.
Number or service
good.
Number.
Now, that's all we need. Okay, now listen.
Okay.
I would like you to go to Century RV, make an appointment, and tell them the problem. Because there's nothing we can do until we know what the problem is, and ask them to take a look at your extended warranty to see if it's covered. They'd be happy to do that. Now, here's the thing. We got to get at least an idea. Now, if they say, well, this warranty won't cover this or whatever, then we need to figure out what's wrong with it and then give Kettleson the opportunity to pay for it, because they never fixed it when it was under warranty. So, but it takes some steps. And their service department is at the Longmont turnoff up on I-25. Can you pull it, or is it latched where you can pull it?
Yeah. Right now it's staying in. I just can't open it up now.
Okay. So. You need to make an appointment, and you can tell them at Century RV. We can give you, Steve Hott is the owner, and then Mark has someone he deals with, but all we're asking is that they look at your service warranty, third party, and look at this and see if they can fix it, or at least tell us what's wrong with it, and then if the warranty won't fix it, then we'll fight with Kettleson for you, but we got to start there. 303-713-8255. You can get right in right now, open lines. Otherwise, we go to our email, and that's fine too. We have a ton of email, and we'd love to talk to you. If you're looking to live off the equity of your home and you're 62 or older, that's sometimes a great idea. Now, if you have kids and they say, oh, we want the equity, or you want to leave it to your kids, then this is not a good idea. In some cases, if you're old enough and you get enough money, a reverse mortgage is great. It really is. But not all. Each individual circumstance lives or dies on its own. So I trust ApprovalReverse.com to tell you the truth. So get evaluated if you're thinking about it or you want to know more about a reverse loan. 303-771-3528. ApprovalReverse.com.
This report is brought to you by ReferralList.com.
What is it? They found 11 kids in this makeshift compound. What are you talking about? Oh, it's horrible, man. The 11 kids. It's a terrorist. He was training the 11 kids that do school shootings they just found.
No way. Mark, are you serious?
Mark, how old are they? They're young, man. I don't know. Let's see here.
I heard about that, but I didn't realize the terrorist was training them.
It just came out.
Wow. Where is it?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
You should see the compound.
How old are
it's not much more than like, well, here, yeah.
But to show the kids?
No, they never show kids. I mean, they try not to.
Hey, what was that one you were looking like?
11 children found. Investigating makeshift compound.
In the filthy makeshift compound.
They're holding them. They're trying to hold them without bonds. It's just unbelievable, man. Training kids to commit shootings. Here it is. Look at this place, man. It's just absolutely.
Got to be some law against that.
If there isn't, there should be. God, it's so bad.
11 starving kids from filthy. See, that's what I heard. There were 11 starving. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a terrorist thing. Oh, look, they even found remains. I didn't know that.
That's greater than any other loan program can offer, and even though it's called a VA loan, it's available to active duty military and spouses as well. So you don't have to wait to take advantage of such incredible savings.
I think he looks just misunderstood, that guy.
Listen to your financial goals.
Can you believe it? It's so disgusting, man.
Hey, what was the thing you're looking at that they made him take down raw chicken teddy bear?
Oh man, they were selling. They were taking a raw chicken and carving it raw into a teddy bear and selling it on Facebook. It was the oddest fucking article ever. They don't know why it went down. They might have sold out of the raw chicken teddy bears.
Let me tell you, my dog's teeth after feeding him the raw chicken, fucking spectacular.
The teeth?
Teeth took all the tartar off. You chew bones.
You chew the bones?
You chew the bones.
I've always been told not to give a dog a chicken bone.
They're cooked.
Oh, no. They're cooked. Uncooked is great. Raw bones, you throw them a wing, a leg, they eat that son of a bitch.
Raw?
Yeah.
Well, why do you always hear you don't give them raw?
No, raw's good. It's a wolf. It's a wolf.
No, I thought the chicken bones,
it's honest
splinter into their throat and
the
shit.
first time I did it, my Shelby, they said, you can feed raw, and I gave her chicken wings, and I swear to God, gave it to her. Love it.
You think you're going to kill him?
I swear. Hi, Tom Martino.
Your troubleshooter, Eddie, has a comment on kettles and campers, those pop-ups, I guess. Eddie, what's your comment?
Well, I got a recall notice on my Keystone about the problem with the spare tire. And I called Kettleson, and they said, yeah, they can get it in, and take care of the recall work. So we took it in there, and this was a brand new camper. It was like 8 months old.
Yeah.
The service guy told me that the roof needed to be resealed. That, that's just the way it was. And I said, well, okay, that's really what it is. So anyway, they charged me $300 to reseal the roof. They decided that the recall was not an issue on my particular unit. I didn't need anything done there. So we got it back from them, took it up to South Dakota the next week, got in a rainstorm, and had water all over inside my camper.
Wow. So what did they say about it?
Well, they told me to go buy some tape and seal it up.
They just resealed it.
Precisely.
And you never had a problem before?
No, like I say, the camper was only about 8 months old.
So are they going to fix this for you?
Well, they did fix it, and they did refund half my money.
Okay.
I had to scream at them.
It sounds to me like Kettleson is not a great company.
That would be my opinion.
Yeah, but Daff said they just sold.
Yeah, maybe they sold for the better or for the worse, but she didn't say just. She said they sold. She wasn't sure when. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You can get right through. In my mailbag, you would not believe the hundreds of emails I get. And when I have a chance, I answer them, and some of them are really good, okay? So I just, at random, will pick some, but I'll take your calls as well. 303-713-8255. Should you buy new or used car? That's new. Literally, okay? Here's what I say. Before considering any purchase, I mean any purchase, whether it's a car or not, there are two things to consider that will dictate what you buy. You ready? The budget and the mission. The budget is how much you can spend, and if you have a limited budget, then the question of new or used does not matter. You simply stay within your budget. Then, what is mission? What's the purpose? Are you going to buy something to keep? Or are you buying it just because you want to look good? New would be better if it's something you're going to keep. But let's say you change out the item every few years. That's just the way you are. Then used would be better. So you don't incur that depreciation every single time, because initial appreciation is the biggest part of appreciation, and if you absorb it and keep the car, of course, it won't hurt you. Depreciation only hurts on resale. So if you're keeping new and used, then definitely get one that has depreciated, and then keep getting ones that have been depreciated. Now, no matter what, you always shop price, product, and service. Price, how it compares in the marketplace. You never want to overpay, and don't check afterwards. Sometimes, if it's too low, there might be a problem or a scam. So check out price. It can be indicative of a scam, or you're overpaying. You never want to overpay. We have people call here all the time. They already paid, and they want to know they got a good deal. The product, if it meets your needs, you've got to explore the specifications. And you also, I love talking to people who own something. And they're not trying to sell it, so they're honest. Just say, hey, do you like that? How does it work? They'll be the first ones to tell you. If somebody asked me about my new laptop from Apple, I would have said, don't upgrade. There's no reason to upgrade. And I tell them everything I don't like. People are pretty honest when they own something. And then the service, you want to make sure it's reliable, first of all, and that you can get things serviced and parts. Do you know how many times people call and they can't find parts? You could have the greatest product in the world. If you can't find parts or places to service, you're screwed. Yeah, Mark?
Tesla. I just read this huge article on Tesla. Little tiny accidents can cost a fortune, hard to get parts, lots of issues.
That's something that was brought up. Listen to this about Tesla. Even though the bodywork itself might only cost, on a conventional car, Mark, the bodywork itself could be $1,200, right?
That's right.
But because they have to do something,
they got to remove the battery first of all,
or disconnect stuff. And what did it turn out? $8,000,
$8,000, and that was on their cheap one, the Model 3, for very small damage.
Okay, people, I want to thank all of you for being here. Our videos, our podcasts are posted on iTunes, of course, on YouTube, on Facebook, in the archives. Also, of course, you can find us on the iHeart Radio app and at referrallist.com for help, information, and referrals. And I say this and I mean it, save all your problems for me. Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them.
Tesla. Hey, Mark, guy looked for a roofer. They don't have any access to computer. Up by Lockbuoy.
Lockbuoy? Mark, why are we getting... We must be advertising up north. You know what we did wrong, Mark?
No, those are Frank ones. Those are the Frank's run up north. That's where he wanted to run. On our traffic ads. That's why they're running up there. Durant.
Oh, Frankie boy.
Yeah, he likes north.
Okay, this is my break. You want me to say?
We should now get the people, we should get Lavonda to start calling up there. Or whatever.
La Vita.
La
Vita Loco.
No, what's her name?
Somebody called and
I gotta
said
go, listen.
Kendallson is actually owned by Camping
Do you
World.
want me to?
Oh, that's good if it's Camping World.
If
You
they
know,
want it.
that's
Now
the
listen,
profit,
Pat,
baby.
Listen carefully. I'm leaving to go get my daughter.
Do you want me to
take my
send?
kids to lunch, and I'm coming back to work. So I will be here if
Do you
anyone
want?
calls or needs.
Do you want me to send it to you, or should I give them? Who should I get?
Send it to me.
Are you done with these?
There's like 3 emails.
Let me see what it is.
So this is where they're at.
I already put the good stuff away.
Black buoy.
Okay, you're
Black
done.
buoy?
So these are the 3. I'll send all 3 of these
No,
to
we
you.
have, go to referral list real quick. Just do it while
So
we're
it
on.
looks like the Republicans pulled it out a little bit.
What's that?
What does that mean?
The voting.
What does that mean?
I mean, they,
Is there something going on today?
there was voting yesterday.
It wasn't, it's special elections, but it wasn't that good. Some places that were really red, they squeaked
Are they
by.
looking at this as a Trump referendum?
Still
Is that what they're
sweet,
saying,
yeah,
Mark?
because sometimes he did it at the last minute.
Mark, are they?
Yeah, but it's not good. It's, yes, the Republicans won, but they should have won by much wider
Are they
margin.
saying this is an indictment
So
of him?
Republicans need to step up.
No, type in.
I think they're going to have a tough time.
Well, this is in Fort Collins. This is by Brighton.
They're going to have a tough time.
It's not right.
Well, I showed you.
Mark
This
doesn't.
is the map. So here's Brighton.
No, I said Trump wouldn't. I didn't say Republicans.
Well, Mark,
Trump's
don't-
got an
don't
underground
coattails mean
base.
something, bro? Bro, don't coattails mean something?
I
I gotta go.
Jeez, I don't know.
Usually they're negative, though.
Love all of you. Bye.
Later, Gator.
Adios.
When's your next trip, bro? I live in.
Okay,
I
so
live
here's
vicariously through you.
Here's
I'm
76.
I pretend I'm
Here's
not.
25. So it's not too far north
I'm going on sexy
Send you
trips.
some more
of
pictures.
Denver. I mean, this is.
Oh, if you ever take pictures,
Give
that would
them
be
a-
so cool, up high like that. What's the
Look
highest
up,
you fly, or the normal altitude is what?
Normal 43 to 45.
See, that is incredibly high. That's higher than airlines.
10,000 feet over.
Oh, wait, hold on, right here. You might not want to say.
That's why I'm doing this like this.
So you shut it down.
Yeah, oh, it's
I wanted this.
Higher speeds?
And typically, once you get above like 41, they'll just let you go
You
through
shut it
wherever
down.
you're going. You don't have to go through all the airport points and whatnot.
You are honest to God. The only thing up there you would see ever are other corporate.
And even we're above
Give them
corporate jets.
this one.
Why do you find that? Is that a recognition?
And,
There's less air resistance,
There's one
so
more.
it's much more efficient.
What's your service?
Give them that one in K&H.
Okay.
K&H and that one. Tell them to call both, get us.
I've been up there, but it's
And,
Can you see Kirby?
you know,